everybody? It's me, Tim Dodd, the Everyday Astronaut. Sorry so much for the long delays here. We got a heat index of 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and stuff just simply is not working nearly as planned. So I've had to go with like backup number 6. So wish me luck. Thank you guys for standing by. It hurts out here. It is just simply too hot. This is nuts. The wind is relentless. Thank you guys for standing by. I apologize. The video might be shaky. That's because there's like 20-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And hopefully the audio is okay because I'm going on like a triple backup. Like I said, this is like everything's a backup of a backup. So none of this stuff has been tested properly. Let me know if it looks okay, sounds okay. I'm not sure what I can do at this point. Let me know if my I don't know if the pleasure of no. Let- yeah, we- yeah. No, what is going on? I've switched out my cable. Oh,
I'm like Dr. Zoidberg in that episode, or not Dr. Zoidberg, I'm like Ben in that episode of Futurama.
when you come upstairs, it's business time. Okay, well,
What if I go into airplane mode?
I'm gonna try. Just changing some things out here. I might turn off the camera quick. Let it send out a new signal. Give me 1 second here. Okay. I turned it off. Between the camera and the here. Oh, I think I've got something now. And if I'm not gonna touch it, this is really okay. Guys, what I got now. I don't know why it's so bad for a second. Looks like there's again. I've swapped out HDMI cables.
I went into airplane mode for what it's worth.
It's true. Well, actually, I kind of need. There we go. That's a nice signal. That's looking pretty. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a clean feed. All right. Not touching anything from now on. If you guys see me touch something, get over here and spank me. I'm not saying that again. How is everybody? Welcome to my attempt at trying to live stream Starhopper. How are you guys? Thank you for your patience again, and thanks for coming and hanging out. I hope this is okay. I hope we have a normal thing. Green sandwich is gone. I like that. I like that the green sandwich is gone. The camera has cooled down to 67 instead of 68, so maybe it's happier now. My computer, on the other hand, is absolutely eating itself alive. So hey Discord, it's your job. I have officially stopped trying to watch the stream on my computer. Let me know, guys, if you see anything that I need to change, but I am going to pause that so I don't try to overheat my computer. My computer is also hating this. It is just too hot. Although the CPU is actually back down to a somewhat normal range in life. Man, it's like every time I touch it. Okay, no. Okay, how is everybody? So, good news. Everything seems to be on track for today's attempt. And notice I do always say attempt with these things because, yeah, this is a very experimental thing. Although SpaceX has been waiting for a while, they're still, from what we understand, what is that? Sounds like a jet. Oh, just a forklift. let's see here. Okay, so let me give you guys the rundown here. So we are 1.5 miles, 2.5 kilometers ish, 2.4 kilometers away from Starhopper. SpaceX has been waiting a long time to try to get this thing off the ground for the second time. They've been kind of fighting some FAA pushback on their everything, I guess. So it's kind of hard to say, you know, what the delays were. We heard a lot of rumors, and some of them may have been justifiable, some of them may have been junk. I'm gonna make sure you guys can see cars going too, because that's kind of part of the fun. This car camera. There we go. Car cam 2019. Okay, and again, I totally apologize about the jerkiness of the stream. We are fighting crazy winds, really, really, really strong winds. I hope that the ground wind dies down a little bit, because this might be strong enough to actually affect a nominal trajectory of that thing. But we are seeing a lot of vehicles leaving. That's a pretty good sign. There's a whole train of cars leaving. That's always kind of the first step of this process, is clearing personnel of the launch pad, because once people are out there, yeah, they can't be doing any pressurization. So once people start coming home, you know they're ready to press up stages and stuff, or press up the tanks and stuff. So, yeah, how are you guys? I'm sorry, let me get to some of your, thanks Matt and Michael for being members. Grado is trying to summon the stream. I think that's a good idea. Chazzy Mac, hola Tim, how is my dad doing? My dad is good, thank you for asking. He is out of the hospital. They didn't really have a conclusion on what exactly happened, why he was having memory lapse and shivers and things like that. He had the same thing about 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago or something, 2 months-ish, and he is going to get some further testing. So, yeah. If people are asking me to stop touching it, unfortunately, that's just the wind knocking it around. I am hands-off. I've got a mighty sturdy tripod, and unfortunately, the roof we're standing on is actually just shaking that much. So, I'm doing my best here, but that's just kind of physics for you when you're on when you're at 600 millimeter, well, 1200 millimeter equivalent. You're gonna see stuff move around. So sorry about that. That's not me. Yeah, and hopefully it is. Hopefully this is going to fly today. All right, Chazzy, thank you for asking about my dad. That's awesome. He's doing well though, and I really hope this thing happens today, so that I can get home and hang out with my family. It's been like 3 weeks. Israel Shirk, can you clean it up, fish? Don't lose it. If anything happens, just scan the band. I don't even quite know what that means. Can I clean it up, fish? No, I can't clean up fish out here. That's for the ocean to do. Stuart Ellis, yes, the video is quite messed up. I was fully aware. Thank you though for your contribution. Footy Nut Guy, have I been taken over by the potato people? The potato people are hard out here today. I mean, there is a lot of chances for nasty, nasty, nasty potato action going, honestly. Yeah, it's hot out here. Things are bad. Patricia Lund, nice clean picture, and they are late launching. They are not late launching per se. We're hoping for a 4 p.m. launch, which would be an hour and a half from us. 4 p.m. Central Time, which is, I believe, 21 UTC. So hopefully that helps. But they might, that's always a targeted time. A lot of that just depends on when they clear personnel of the pad. And, yeah. So, all right, thank you, Patricia. And Ronnie, thank you also for saying hi. Oh, nice. Tim, not Dot in our Discord. You just got your Falcon family tee. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. I have discounted a massive discount on a lot of old merchandise. So if you guys want to get shirts cheaper than you'll ever see them again, everydayastronaut.com/shop. Pull that up on your phones right now. You'll see a rapid unscheduled discount section. And that's where I have shirts at prices you won't see again. A lot of shirts for only 15 bucks. And some hoodies for, I think the hoodies we sold out of. But go ahead and check that out. We also are opening pre-orders. We sold out of round 2 of full flow stage combustion cycle shirts already. So we're doing round 3. We're taking pre-orders for those shirts. If you guys want those, you better get on it now, because at this point we can't really keep keep track. Ooh, I'm seeing people talk about something that Elon tweeted. We'll see if he's talking about Starhopper today. Nope, he's not yet. So yeah, we're about T-minus 90 minutes. Derek SP says, get a pair of 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi dishes. You know what? That wouldn't do too much out here because there's nothing to shoot that at. So what I have instead is 4 bonded cell devices. I'm running 4 different SIM cards on 4 different cellular modems, all bonded together using a LiveView Solo, and hopefully getting you guys a nice clean picture. So that's my solution. If you have access to Starlink, please let me know. I would gladly take that. Call me. I want that. Junis, thank you. Hans, how are you? Tim, thanks for the membership. RX7, how are you? Wish I could be there. Stay hydrated. I am trying to stay hydrated. I've drank like several liters of water at this point, so so I'm trying. And Riley, thank you. Remember that wildfire last hopper test? Yes, I hope. I don't think there's going to be a ground fire this time, since I think last time Starhopper pretty much caught enough stuff on fire. Really hoping that that's not the case. Yeah, how is everybody? Yeah, just let you guys know, friendly reminder, what you're seeing on camera with the waves and stuff, that is heat distortion. That's the best I can get you guys. That's just a matter of physics. It's the heat index out here is 110. It's like 50% humidity, 95 degrees or something. It is insane. So it's not nearly as clear a picture as what we had last time, unfortunately. But, you know, we're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. Yeah, I definitely would love to have Starlink to stream for you guys. Oh yeah, some updates. So after this is going to be the last test of Starhopper. And some people have been asking, like, why isn't it going to fly higher, all this stuff. Really, Starhopper was just the least, the cheapest way to make a flying Raptor test. The lowest amount of variables, and really it's just, in the world of rocketry, really, risk is a real assessment. You actually have to manage and mitigate your risk. And risk is literally calculated. And doing something less risky so that you can get to the riskier stuff. You want to do risky things like flying your first Raptor engines on as cheap of a vehicle as possible, as stripped down as possible. That's literally what this is. There's no way you could probably make anything rocket powered of this scale any cheaper than this. And so what they're going to do now is, instead of trying to milk Starhopper, they're going to get the data they want out of Starhopper, and then they're literally just moving on to the actual MK1 and MK2 prototypes, which will be at first powered by 3 Raptors. And those will be the more serious, vehicles that we see flying more and more. I'm not sure if those will ever turn into the real, I don't think MK1 and MK2 will ever be integrated onto a super heavy booster. I'm guessing they'll just be doing their suborbital hops with those, and kind of supersonic and hypersonic reentry and stuff. But yeah. Let's see. Sabalk says, if it blows, take cover, but please keep on filming. Don't worry, I'll keep the cameras running, and I'll jump off the roof here, or at least duck below the roof line. Try to get a little cover. I don't know. Yeah, if it blows, I think we got about 10 seconds to try to get down. Maybe I'll pull a little ninja action and try grabbing onto the edge of the roof and swing down, do a cool backflip that I hope you guys get to see. Tuck and roll. I don't know. It is actually going to be pretty spooky. We're really, really, really fingers crossing for a nice, safe flight today, because we're pretty close. I'm not going to lie. That kind of scares me just ever so slightly. So, yeah. Grado Gaming, test zooming out once. You have testing time now. I'm not going to zoom out now. I don't know why I would. I have 2 other cameras running that are more zoomed out. Zooming out will... Yes, it'll lower the effects of movement, but yeah, I don't know. It's not that bad. Mark, you should include some sort of windscreen on your equipment to stop it from shaking your cameras. It's not the wind shaking the cameras. It's the wind shaking the roof we're standing on. Actually, there's a cover over our heads that acts like a big sail, and yeah, every time we kind of move around, it moves all of us with it. So yeah, is it really that nauseating for you guys? Hang on, let me make sure that I'll turn on image stabilizer, see if that helps, but sometimes it actually makes it worse. That kind of seemed to make it. Let me know. That's image stabilizer on. I'm not sure that's really going to help, honestly. I'll zoom out a little bit, but I don't know what you guys are hoping for. It's not going to change physics, my friends. Stuff's still going to bounce around. But look at that. We do have that sheriff car coming in a little bit, maybe. I'm going to turn off image stabilizer. I feel like that actually did make it worse. Because sometimes it overcompensates. There we go. That does seem to be a little bit better. A reminder, guys, it's not a matter of focusing. It's heat distortion. It's 110 degree heat index out here. So that means that there's a lot of atmospheric distortion between where I am at 1.5 miles away, 2.4 kilometers away. This is just simply as crisp of an image as we can physically get. I will double check my focus here, but I'm telling you, we're kind of doing the best we can. Give me a second here. I will double check now that I did change focal length. That's the best we got, my friends. Right there. That's the best we got. So if it happens to get less humid, if you guys want to bring some big fans down here, maybe we can lay some ice chests, like a lot of dry ice between here and Hopper, maybe. Try to clear up the ground heat and the atmospheric distortion. Lay 1.5 miles of ice, that might help. And remove some humidity, but that's the best we got. Mark, you should include some sort of windscreen. Got that one. Yeah, just a friendly reminder though, I don't, as much as I want to, I don't actually have any control over the weather. I know it's weird, but trust me, I would love to. Yeah, 44 degrees Celsius, that's right, that's nasty stuff. Nasty, nasty stuff. Sorry, also some of my stuff is really, really slow. All right. Chazzy Mac, hey Tim, may have missed it, but how's your dad doing? Oh, yeah, you did miss it. I did mention my dad. Thank you for asking again. My dad was in the ER just the other day, like earlier this week or last week or something. I don't remember when that was. I've lost all concept of time entirely. Time does not exist. And my dad was he was in the ER because he actually has an artificial heart valve. He had a bicuspid aortic heart valve, and he had that replaced about 6 years ago, and he was feeling some symptoms that could have been problematic with that, and including dizziness and memory loss. So he went into the ER, but it ended up being inconclusive what's actually wrong, and he did get discharged, but he's feeling good now, so fingers crossed. But thanks for asking. Yeah, I'm excited to get home and see him. It's been a long, long time. Chris Smith, thanks for all you do. We appreciate you going down there and filming and providing commentary to these landmark events. You're welcome, Chris. It's maybe a bit of a sickness, really, wanting to come down here for this stuff. Evan, will Mark 1 and Mark 2 be capable of orbit without super heavy booster? No, definitely not these first ones. Elon has mentioned that someday, the Starship upper stage would be capable of SSTO. And that'd be likely with like very minimal payload. It'd be capable of SSTO. But these first ones are so rough. They're so dirty. They're basically, think of what Starship is. Starship is the same as Grasshopper. And in the same way that and then F9R is kind of like what the Starship Mark 1 and 2 are. So don't think of, like, in the same way that F9R was not a Falcon 9, the Starship Mark 1 and Mark 2 are not a Starship. Yeah. The video's flickering again a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Cityware wants to know is what video editing software do I use? Did you learn it yourself? Would be good. How to make videos, a tutorial. Oh man, Cityware. How did I learn? I don't know. I started making videos when I was like 15 years old. I'm a Premiere guy. Oh, look at that. We see the fire truck leaving. Yeah. Yeah, baby. That's a good sign. Fire truck's usually the last one out. All right. Sweet. Yeah, so I started learning Premiere when I was like 15 years old. I still use Premiere. I'm a Mac guy. I know that's going to be a whole thing right now. Go ahead. But I run my hardware to the max, that's for sure. But I run Premiere and I run After Effects when I do animations and stuff. And then I use Illustrator for some of the graphics. Yeah, and I use Photoshop for some other graphics. I use the whole Adobe suite basically. So yay! Although I might actually switch for the actual editing to try using Final Cut here pretty soon because I think it'd be pretty great. Yeah, so I don't know if I want to do a video series on video editing. I feel like there's literally thousands of YouTubers out there teaching video editing skills, and I kind of like. I don't know. I don't. I like what I do now, so I don't know if. Oh, we have one vehicle going back to the pad, by the way. Yeah. Derek SP quality is fine. I don't know what people expect at 1.5 miles. I agree. I mean, I'm doing my best here. Literally giving it everything I got. Everything in my world is halfway exploding or melting, including me. And my new nominal hat is about to blow off. It's absurd. Oh, by the way, I do finally have those nominal hats in the store. You guys were asking about those. If you want your own, or sorry, not nominal, normal. I said it wrong.
Drink some water.
Yeah, water time. Get those normal hats while we have them in stock. We did one run of them. We'll see how they do. Oh, I wish you guys could see the number of cameras set up out here. It's so funny.
I'll post a photo. Hang on.
Do it. Yeah, Jack's about to post a photo. I'll tell you guys to get to his Twitter once he does that. It's so funny. It's just absolutely absurd. All right, Michael, what's the reference frame of rocket speeds? Well, it depends on what body they're orbiting. So when you're orbiting Earth, you reference Earth. When you're orbiting the moon, you reference the moon. You can still use like Earth reference to total velocity, like when you're talking about the fastest vehicles being, like the Parker Solar Probe is one of the fastest things ever launched. Voyager 1 and 2 are right up there too. We still kind of use a reference of for total velocity from Earth, but really, yeah, the actual reference of speed is typically the body they're orbiting. Alessandro, hi Tim, small appreciation from Italy, thank you. Christopher, how are you? Zephrox, let's see. It seems you knew more about the pending FAA approval than the rest of us. Is that true? I cannot confirm nor deny. Daniel Bruin, and thank you, Zephrox. Daniel Bruin, so hot. Do you know the actual height of Starhopper? I think Starhopper is about 30 meters. I think, which is what, 66 feet or something. I think about that. All right, let's keep going here. I don't know. Maybe if someone knows a more concrete number on that, let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's 30 meters. Discord, let me know if I'm wrong. Mr. Cantrell, thanks for being a new member. JKA, when is it scheduled to launch? It's scheduled to launch in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Everyone set a timer right now for 80 minutes. That'll give you a good indication of how much longer, so I don't have to keep trying to do the math for you. But I believe it's 21 UTC, around 4 o'clock-ish. Supposedly we're going to hear a nice loud alarm, though, once, like a fire alarm or...
You said the police siren.
All right, well, that's awesome. We're actually going to know when it's 10 minutes out because the police sirens are going to go off, and that'll give us a 10-minute warning. Yeah, and we actually are supposed to be outside of houses when that happens, which is a little bit spooky. Andrew, hi, thank you. Tobias, keep up the good work. Cheers from Sweden, thank you. Magnus, how are you? Go Star Hopper. Andrew Brown, thanks for the membership. The Custom Cat, what are your thoughts on that rockets use helium as a pressure equalizer? I've heard that scientists are worrying about running out of helium. Well, of course, there is a finite amount of helium, but the amount of helium used in rocketry, I think, is probably pretty small against commercial uses of helium and other uses of helium in other industries. Yes, it's a finite thing, but if it really becomes scarce, we could always switch to something else like nitrogen, which is also inert but doesn't compress as well. Yeah, I'm sure if it becomes if it becomes an actual issue, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people making changes for that. Yeah, Taco 1011. Thank God they're doing it during the day. I know. I really hope this happens during the day. That will be so worth it. Yeah. Stefan, thank you very much. Turn racing, stay safe. Don't let yourself overheat. I'm trying not to, drinking plenty of water. And thank you. And by the way, Stefan, thank you so much. I have no idea what that amount is, but thank you. Gary Logan, thank you for hanging out and saying hi. Jergsy, a lot of what you are recording will be used historically. Thank you, in future generations as well. That's, I think, part of the addiction out here. Is like this is history in the making. You know, this is the prototypes, the very rawest, most, like, I'm gonna say jank version of a Martian capable vehicle ever. I mean, you just don't see stuff like this, you know? And it's history. It's just nuts. It's so crazy. Michael H, thank you very much. Tapan, thank you. Love your work. Greetings from India. Hello, India. M. Kelly, thank you so much. Love your streams. Keep up the great coverage. I'm trying. Thank you. I'm giving it all I got here. Whether or not everything overheats and explodes, I don't know. I mean, it's nuts out here. So wish me luck. Eric, doing an excellent job. Thank you for being there for all of us. You're welcome, Eric. Now you are. Will Starship have more engine power? Raptor versus weight ratio. That will have plenty of power to get to orbit, even more if needed. Naguar, I'm sorry, I don't quite understand your question. For any vehicle to have a higher weight to rate ratio, in this case, since the engine is kind of a fixed variable, they're working on upgrading Raptor eventually, and they might eventually get above 200 metric tons of thrust, or kilonewtons of thrust. At the same time, wait, is it 200 kilonewtons or is it 200 metric tons? I'm already forgetting. Sorry, the heat's getting to me. But in order to make a vehicle leave the ground, it has to have a greater than 1-to-1 thrust to weight ratio. So in the case of the Starship prototypes, in order to get off the ground, if at first they'll probably use 3 Raptor engines is what we're understanding. And they'll probably won't be able to fill the tanks nearly high enough. They'll have to fill the tanks below a 1-to-1 thrust to weight ratio of all 3 of those Raptor engines firing in order for it to go anywhere. Otherwise, ooh, that feels good. A nice cool breeze all of a sudden. Thank you. Yes, please. Yes. I love that. Where did that come from? That feels amazing. It feels like someone just turned on the AC.
Thanks, nature.
Thanks, nature.
I wasn't easy either.
That's awesome. But yeah, so now you are, the Starship prototypes will start off with 3 engines. They'll start off with more fuel than the Hopper, and they'll go from there. Linus, thank you very much. Never stop doing this. I'll try not to, but I also I do miss home sometimes, These road trips and spending a lot of time away from home does definitely take its toll. So I'm ready to get back at it soon. But at the same time, it's really exciting to be out here and witness this stuff. This is pretty hard to say no to. So thank you. Sordis, thank you very much from Greece. I will. Fernando, thank you very much for the new membership. David, how are you? Thank you. Jacob, hey Tim, thanks for all your work. How does Starhopper compare to other rockets in terms of size? It seems massive in the frame. Starhopper is quite a bit less tall than most other rockets. It's about 2/3 the size of the Falcon 9 booster. Yes. Okay, guys. I always forget. Is it Bayer or Bayer?
Fire.
Bayer. Okay. So Jack Beyer, at the Jack Beyer. That's at THE the Jack JACK Beyer. BEYER on Twitter. Check out his video. You got to see how many cameras we have trained on Starhopper. And there's still one more even out of the frame. It's just hilarious. I mean, this is an absurd setup. Jack's got 3 cameras rolling. I've got 3 cameras rolling. We're not going to miss it. And so long as we hear that siren, we're not going to miss it. Yeah, and then there's the, we got the roof over our heads too. We got quite the setup here. It's amazing. Oh yeah, and the tall camera on the mast. Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. Let's see. So Jacob, just to confirm with you, Starhopper is about 2/3 the height of a Falcon 9 booster. So the Falcon 9 that you see like sitting in front of Hawthorne, that is 45 meters tall. This is about 30 meters tall. So it's almost, it's substantial in height. It's significantly wider, 3 times wider. So it's about as really, it's almost as wide when you count in the legs. That's about as wide as Falcon Heavy. So it's a big vehicle. So that's pretty fun to think about. Lewis, there we go. Let's see. I'm good, thank you. All right, where are we? I lose it sometimes. Thanks, Lewis. Alexander, it's about to take off, already shaking slightly. No, that is, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's quivering, ready to go. It's either really cold or really hot. Let's see, get a walkie-talkie or SDR to listen to ground crew. Jack actually has like a radio scanner thing, and we've never been able to hear radio transmissions, unfortunately. So it's probably because most of it's internal or on something, maybe a digital thing or something. I'm not sure, but who knows? Hey, Modehopper in our Discord, thank you. I'm glad you guys are here to hang out. All right. Derek SP, yeah, sorry, Alexander. Oh yeah, there, I saw that one twice. Thank you very much. Ronnie, cold beer money. That is so necessary out here. Maybe later in the day. You know, beer is not entirely hydrating. Thank you though. Armin, Tim, thanks for being our eyes out there. Can't wait till we're interplanetary. Yeah, baby. +1 crowdsourced news coverage. Everybody enjoy yourselves. Oh man, I can't wait to see this stuff develop even more. Oh, we do have vehicles coming back again. That's a good sign. If Starhopper overheats now, yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you'd think with this type of heat they'd have some type of, I don't know, maybe, I guess rocket engines are pretty robust. They need to handle some pretty crazy temperature gradients. Pete, hi Tim. Let's see, where did they go? Frederick from Denmark here. Just wanted to say thanks for sharing the experience with us. Love your company on these live streams. Stay safe. Thank you very much. I'll stay safe. I think we'll be fine. We're far enough. They calculate all that stuff out. Erland, thanks for being passionate about this. You're welcome. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Love you, Japan. Nicholas, billions of thanks from Belgium for bringing sparkles in our eyes. Aww. Hey, it's literally sparkly. It's literally shiny and reflective. What about the most pointy? What are the most likely points of failure in my opinion? So the biggest point of failure, honestly, is having to fly with a relatively new engine like this. This is only the 6th Raptor engine, full-scale Raptor engine produced. They're still having some teething pains. You know, I think only serial number 9 is at the pad current, or is going through testing. There's not really a lot of Raptor engines in existence. Yes, they have a lot of data on it. I mean, obviously, this engine's running well, but it has teething problems, and hopefully everything's been working out. This one seems to be a good, reliable engine that they've had no problems with, or few problems with, and yeah. Yeah, let's see here. So I'd say the scariest thing would be if the Raptor doesn't hold up. That's definitely going to be it's going to have to fire for around a minute. This launch will likely take about a minute to complete. based on decent estimations. And, you know, having an engine run near full power for a full minute, I mean, I would assume that they've done this entire flight profile on Raptors before. Obviously, I don't think they're going to try this flight profile for the first time in the air, but it's still risky. I think that's the riskiest part. Thanks for the question. Frederick, money and support for a new HDMI cable. You know what's funny? I have 3 HDMI cables out here, all of varying lengths and everything. And I don't know what I think that main problem was honestly the heat of the camera. The camera was getting up to 68 degrees C. Now we're at 64 degrees C. So yeah, hopefully the camera is just now cool enough to be able to send you guys a good signal. Let's see. Bjorn, thank you, Tim, for everything. Please zoom out before launch. Will be hard to follow the hopper with that much zoom. Bjorn, I'm going to actually track it with this zoom, and just try following it in the air. I've got other cameras that are a little wider out that won't miss it, but I'm going to try just following it. And
Mind if I try something?
yeah, go ahead. Jack's sneaking out. The camera with the feed is actually this one, Jack. So this is, yeah.
Okay.
So this is actually the shaky one now.
Never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to tidy up the cable here.
Oh yeah. I'll bet that does make a pretty big difference, doesn't it? Michael, happy to support. Where was that? Live commentary. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Michael. Tim Page Brown. Mode Hopper says it'll be the longest Raptor firing as far as I know. Well, I wouldn't take what we know. You know, yes, we've heard of 40, 50-second fires in McGregor, but I'm almost positive there's been this flight profile run on a Raptor before. I don't think they're going to go for their longest duration fire in the air. I think that'd be, yeah. I don't think that's true. Hey, Eric1 in our Discord, welcome and thanks for stopping in. Oh yeah, and again, guys, if you do want to join our Discord channel, which is full of action and full of people that love to hang out and chat and help you find answers, help you and just talk and discuss about all things space, become a Patreon member. Patreon.com/everydayastronaut. That's also what helps me come down here and do this stuff for you guys. So thank you to my patrons. I love you guys. Dennis, I had no idea. Let's say the parachutes fail on Dragon. Would it be wise to use Dracos to slow the capsule to survival speed of landing? Dennis, no. It's a lot harder to have to certify firing up a whole other subsystem of Super Dracos in order to have them do a propulsive landing. The certification for that over having 4 parachutes all fail would be, like, if you're having 4 parachutes fail, I'd worry about certifying those safer than trying to certify a backup of having Super Dracos. Like, people say, like, well, what if? It's like, those shouldn't fail. Like, those need to have like a 99.999% chance of working. And think about how many more potential failures you add in. You add more variables, you add in potential problems. If you all of a sudden are programming the ability to have Super Dracos fire before landing, think about how you'd program that in the software. Like, oh, we're still falling too fast. All the drogues have fired. All the parachutes are out, and we're still falling too fast. Now we have to somehow ignite Super Dracos. There's just too many new variables, and it actually ends up being a lot more dangerous. Yeah. So that's my opinion on that. Michael, thank you for supporting live commentary. Tim Page, thank you so much. I'm an educator. Thank you. This is just what I love to do. Renaud just got done playing KSP. Let's hope the test goes a lot better than the explosions around the KSC. By the way, safe travels. Thank you, Renaud. Good to see you around. And BPS, speaking of people that I see around, Renaud is always in the Discord or on streams. But BPS Space is also around. Joe Barnard, stay hydrated, buddy. Thanks for the super high quality coverage. You're welcome. Joe, who doesn't love Joe? If you don't love Joe, you're not doing it right. Thanks, Joe. You're great. I still plan to try to live stream a launch with you someday soon. Maybe on a landing test or something crazy. Oh, it is hot. All right, Gregors, great work, really great. Thank you. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for hanging out. Tim Page Brown, thanks for the membership. Deja Wolfs, thanks for putting up with the heat. Really excited for the Star Hopper launch. Could I do a video on raccoons, drawbacks and benefits? Yeah, Deja Wolfs, that's definitely, I'll probably be doing that in an altogether like air launch vehicle one. I need to do a video about air launching when Virgin Orbit gets ready to launch. And I'll include like raccoons, you know, like Balloon Star and a few other rocket, rockets with balloon assist for the first stage. I definitely need to do a video on that. But really, if you want a short answer, even if you get something up to 50,000 feet and drop it and then ignite it, really you're not gaining, the velocity is the biggest thing to orbit. You know, you're going 27,000 kilometers an hour, or 17,500 miles an hour to get to orbit. And if you're just dropping something at 50,000 feet, sure, you get out of a lot of the atmosphere and you might be able to use a little bit more optimized vacuum nozzle for your rocket engine. But, I mean, is it worth all that hassle and all those extra, again, kind of risk mitigation? Now you're dropping a rocket, having to fire it midair, and potentially, you know, if you have something, if a rocket that's strapped down to the ground with hold downs fires on the ground and something goes wrong on engine ignition, they can shut it back down, and you know it's okay. They didn't lose the rocket. As opposed to if you drop a rocket from a balloon and something goes wrong, and the ignition sequence doesn't happen perfectly, yeah, you just dropped your rocket 50,000 feet. You know, just maybe not the easiest thing, or maybe it's just sort of again, risk mitigation. So. Let's see here. Hector, thank you very much for that tip, but I probably won't use it in that fashion, but thank you. NDH, thanks for the stream. Tim, greetings from Frankfurt, Germany. Thank you very much, Germany. It's probably getting nighttime for you guys over there. So, Dankeschön. Eric, watching from Lac Megantic in Canada. I've never even heard of that. Awesome. Well, thank you, neighbor. Although right now you do not feel like a neighbor. I'm basically on the exact opposite side of the country from the border of Canada. I wish this was on the Canadian border. It'd probably be a little bit cooler. That'd be amazing. Cam Cobra, thanks for the membership, and Lucas, thank you very much. Yeah, so for those of you wondering, we are hoping that they're going to maybe be within about 60 minutes of launch. We don't really know for sure. And also, all I know is if that FedEx truck drives by in the middle of launch, oh, that'd be funny. That'd be our luck. But yeah, we think they're about 60 minutes, although we've not actually seen any sign of pressure yet or fuel up. So, Nathan, thank you very much. All right. Greetings from Cologne, from another German in here. Hello. Tilsgert Benny. I'll just say Benny. I have no idea how to say that. Oh, man. It is too hot. I hope the audio is okay for you guys. I had to just totally wing it. But thank you guys for all tuning in, hanging out. I'm gonna take a little talking break because it gets exhausting talking so much. Who would have thought I could get sick of talking? My mom would be very shocked. You expect what?
I keep expecting our skunk to go off.
Oh, God. There are a lot of skunks out here that might get spooked, and I might end up, we might end up being kind of stinky here. Hang on, guys. Taking a little mini break here.
millimeter hop in the tweet.
Oh man, Jack.
I blew it.
People are gonna lose their mind.
You're not live right now?
I'm live. They're gonna lose their mind.
They
They're
are.
gonna be like, he said 200. It's only 150. Jack, did you see this? Jack, did you see this? It was 150. Jack, did you see this? Tell me when you get those.
I'm getting them now. That's why I bring it up.
Oh, internet, you're so predictable.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain level. I think the rule should be read the other comments, and if it's been said once, don't say it again. Because I think that's where, like,
I've only found it once so far.
okay, there you go. The once is good. General rule of thumb for you interneters. I don't know if you guys use that internet. Oh man, hot times. What is this internet? I see it's Mackenzie was in Space Maca. Caught ya. Although, you know, again, yeah, there's a certain level of pedanticism that's helpful. And then, like, I think the hardest thing, though, is, yeah, when you just see the same, like, on YouTube videos, when you see the same thing over and over and over and over and over, it's like, guys, I know. Let's see, greetings from virtual, oh, I missed some of these guys. She is Smoke wants me to yell, can you yell, punch it, Chewy, on liftoff? That's pretty good. Fran, what's your input about GPIM mission launched by SpaceX on Falcon Heavy? So you think this green propellant will be used by any rocket soon? I actually have not heard anything about this at all. So I unfortunately have no comment, and that really pains me because I like to have comments on things. But I unfortunately don't have any idea what you're talking about with GPIM mission launched by SpaceX on Falcon Heavy. Unless I missed something. Shoot. But thanks for saying hi from France. I'll let you know my opinion when I learn more about what it is. Jake Sylvia, watching from Air Force AFSPC HQ in Colorado Springs. That's awesome. That's so cool. Go Air Force. Stephen Virgens, greetings from virtual reality. Watching your stream today from AltSpace VR. Really? Dang, someone's watching from VR. That's pretty exciting. Well, thank you, Stephen. Enjoy the interwebs. You're deep in the interwebs. Derek, any plan to make a vid on amateur radio satellites? It's a great way to get into this dying hobby. You can pull pics directly from the NOAA sats for $30 a year. I saw someone do a video on that. Who was that? Someone recently did a really cool video where they pulled in satellite imagery with their own ham radio. I have to admit, I honestly don't have much interest in that myself. I tend to try to do videos that I really am like very passionate about. Otherwise, it just feels a little forced for me. But I don't need to be the one making videos. You should make a video about amateur radio satellites. Yeah, if I knew more about it and really cared more about it, I'd probably do a video. But you guys, I have to tell you this, like, you would not believe how insanely big my list is for videos. It's kind of out of control. So it takes me too long because right now I've been working on a video about aerospike engines, and it's one of those videos that started off like, oh, I'll be able to whip this up nice and easy. I know everything about aerospikes, right? And then it was totally the Dunning-Kruger effect, where once I started learning more about aerospikes, the more I realized how little I knew about aerospikes. So it's become another huge research project, It's now like over 14 or 15 pages in scripting length, which is quite long. It's going to be another 45-minute long video. So it's going to be another Raptor video. But I'll tell you what, my opinion on aerospikes has changed 1,000 times. It's gone back and forth about 100 times. Sometimes I think they're great. Sometimes I think they're terrible. So I think it's going to be a more open-ended video. I was going to name it Why Aerospikes Suck, but I think at this point I'm just going to kind of not insert my opinion in the title. There's definitely huge drawbacks to them that often get overlooked. Thermally, they're backwards. They're backwards engines thermally. The hottest point is the most surface area. That's the chamber throat, because there's multiple chambers or long continual, maybe potentially long continually chambers or throats. You know, if it's a toroidal one. I need to learn how to say that one better. Or it's multiple small ones, and because of the square cubed law, small chamber throat chambers end up being 4 times harder to cool, or twice as hard to cool. So it's this whole thing. Like, for instance, the J2 versus the J2 Aerospike was about 15 times harder to keep cool, like thermally, the amount of surface area that you need to cool down. So you have to do other tricks that can be mostly change your fuel to oxidizer ratio to make sure it's not going to run too hot, and that ends up making it less efficient than. So there's all these trade-offs that I'm learning. That's just crazy. We'll get into all of it in this video. Again, it's going to be another probably 40 to 50 minute long video with lots and lots of data, lots of comparisons, lots of history. I mean, these things go back to the 60s. They were pretty much all the way developed with the J2T 200 and 250K. There's also the L1 and the L2 linear aerospike engine developed in the 70s. There's XRS 2200 developed by Rocketdyne for the Lockheed Martin X-33, and then it was eventually going to be the RS 2200 for the VentureStar program. There's a lot to talk about, and I can't wait to have that video come out. So stay tuned, because that video is going to be pretty amazing. I can't wait. I've learned just a ton. So David Raphael, nice. Hola from Cozumel. Sweet. That sounds nice, although it sounds even hotter than here. And right now, I don't think I could handle 1 more degree. Lucas Page, greetings from Stuttgart, Germany. Yes, more Germans. It's crazy. I think Germany's my 2nd or 3rd biggest country by viewership. I don't know what, you Germans love aerospace. It's awesome. It's so cool. And probably I know so many Germans speak fluent English, so that's probably another reason why there's a big convergence there. Let's see here. And Marius says hello from Romania. Thank you. Simon, thanks for streaming this. Do you know where did that go? Do you know if anyone is thinking about relocating KSC / the Cape due to global warming, sea level rise? All this will be underwater in 80 years. Simon, I think instead of relocating the infrastructure, it's probably just easier to put up berms and put up locks and stuff like that to, you can pretty easily isolate the areas and like, I mean, think about it. Miami's already like below sea level. So is what's that city in Louisiana? Not Baton Rouge. What's that called? What's that stupid city called? New Orleans is like, it's already literally pretty much like below sea level, and you just create these big, crazy systems to keep sea level water out. So I think that's going to be easier than trying to relocate the entire place. At least I think. But we got a little bit of time to figure that out. But hopefully humans actually start taking some action and trying to curb global warming by then, so we don't have absolutely catastrophic sea level rise that takes out every city. The scary thing about Florida is if KSC floods, like literally all of Florida floods, I think its highest point is like the highest piece of land in all of Florida is something like 10 meters off the ground or something. It's hilariously flat. So if sea level rises enough to actually flood KSC, all of Florida is gone pretty much. So yeah. Navdeep says, please visit ISRO sometimes. Warm regards from India. I would love to. Dude, some of the pictures out there of the Indian launch sites, it's like just gorgeous. The infrastructure out there, the pads. I would love to visit ISRO. So if you happen to know anyone that works for the Indian Space Research Organization, let me know. Let's see here. Hit me up. Okay, Micah, new patron here from Finland. Awesome. What do you think about FAA decision? Do you think they are slowing down progress? Love your stuff. Keep going. Micah, I don't really think the FAA is slowing down progress too much. You just have to put into context what this is and where it is. This is an experimental vehicle in a place that traditionally has not been an active launch site. So they just have to develop new rules. We're only 5 miles, we're 8 kilometers away from South Padre Island. So there has to, when things go wrong at Kennedy Space Center, you're a long ways away from population. So really, you have to put into context where we are, all of the things, and there's also some certain, I think, considerations for this particular vehicle. It's a new vehicle with no flight history on a kind of, a low tested engine. So the FAA has, I'm sure, certain precautions and certain things that they want to make sure is keeping the public safe. I'm sure that's all it is. I would rather them err on the side of public safety than I don't think they hindered progress. It only got delayed by about a week, maybe 2 weeks. So, yeah, that's what I think. I think it's fine, and I think the negotiations obviously came to a good conclusion. So, I mean, here we are today, hoping to see this baby fly. James, did we ever determine whether or not the hot dog qualifies as a sandwich or not? I forgot about this. No. Also, Tim, thanks for your referral code. Taking delivery tomorrow. Nice, James. That's awesome. Congrats on your car, on your Tesla. Oh, you're gonna love it. I've now put on over 24,000 miles. I think I'm coming up on 25,000 miles, and still under 1 year. So that's quite a bit of driving in a car. I'm gonna pull it up here.
I mean, it's a sandwich, right?
Jack, are you on Team Sandwich?
I mean, it's a sandwich, right? It's filling between bread. It's a sandwich.
Jack, you're about to destroy the internet with your hot opinions there. Oh man, no, I don't think we came to a conclusion or not. I'm going to stay on the fence to remain neutral. Let's see here. Lars, you should be live streaming a BPS space. Absolutely, I will, of course, just for the absurdity of it, but it would surely be educational and fun. I'm with you. I will do that. Again, I'm friends with Joe. We've hung out 3 or 4 times. He was on my show last year. I had a show on Facebook Watch, which is like Facebook's original programming. And Joe was in that show. He came out and showed off his Falcon Heavy model. He came out for a day that we tried launching a drone, or launching a rocket from a drone.
Elon just tweeted, Starhopper flight currently tracking 5 p.m. time.
5 p.m. Central? All right, guys. T-minus 1 hour and 45 minutes. They're tracking a 5 p.m. start time. That is official, live from Elon. They are, I'm going to retweet that quick. That's fun that he actually lets us know. That's 2200 UTC. All right, guys, hold on. I'm tweeting real quick. Maybe I should have done this on my... You guys hear that? 1 hour. Oh yeah, I'm gonna retweet this super quick. All right. So, get comfortable, everybody. Get that popcorn going. Okay. People are asking what's my Twitter handle. It's, unfortunately, this is something that I don't like to say, because my Twitter handle is at Erday Astronaut, E-R-D-A-Y Astronaut. If you just search Everyday Astronaut does not fit on Twitter because they're jerks. So, yeah. I am updating my description. Yeah, throw me a little follow on Twitter, guys. I try to keep you guys updated on everything. Or find me on Instagram. That was my thing back in the day, guys. I don't even know how Everyday Astronaut started. It started off as a photography project. And it was me gallivanting around in an old high altitude Russian flight suit, trying to take whimsical photos of myself. I kind of ran out of ideas and really was caring more and more about education. And when I started that series, it was me like learning as much as I could. And the more I learned, the more I was like, this is awesome. I'm gonna get people excited about this stuff. And so I started going on to YouTube at the beginning of March 2017 is kind of when I started YouTube. And yeah, that's kind of how Everyday Astronaut started. Some people have no idea that it started off as me. The reason it was Everyday Astronaut is me in everyday places doing rudimentary, mundane, everyday things in a spacesuit. Literally took it all around the world, took it to 15 countries or something, hiked 5 miles on the Great Wall of China, and took it to everywhere. Peru and Northern Europe and all over the place. It's just been everywhere. It smells horrible. So yeah, that's how that whole thing started. Slick Nick says, just use Astro Tim. I think Tim Peake would have something to say about that. Maybe not. All right, I'm gonna get back here to you guys. Funky Droid, greetings from the far off land of New Jersey. That's very far, very exotic. Thanks for saying hi, Funky. Guy with a keyboard, all caps. I like your style. Greetings from, where did that go? Stupid YouTube chat thing. Greetings from Leois in Ireland. I love Ireland. Ireland's gorgeous. Thank you very much. Maximilian, holy cow, thank you so much. Jeez, keep up the good work. You are inspiring and educating a lot of people around the world. Let's hope Starhopper makes it. Cheers from Dusseldorf, Germany. Thank you so much. Everyone say hi to Maximilian. Dang, you're awesome, Maximilian. That's amazing. That definitely helps with all the expense and time and effort down here. Thank you so much. Logan, hi from KC, Kansas City. Stop by for some barbecue on your way home. Man, Kansas City barbecue culture, I'll tell you what. They are barbecue city. They love their barbecue. I don't love barbecue, but I would definitely be privy to having barbecue in Kansas City. Sounds good. I'll be doing a Midwest meetup here soon. I don't know if I'll probably be doing that in Iowa, which is only about 5.5 hours from Kansas City. So you might have to come up and say hi. Andrea O'Brien, thank you. Rob Campbell, really hoping for this hop today. I'm still stuck in Antarctica. That's so crazy, Rob. I forgot about that. You're supposed to leave last week, so I very much appreciate you streaming this. Dang, Rob. That is, I can't imagine. I can't imagine just being stuck in Antarctica. What a life. That's crazy. Bargamenos, a cool drink and a tiny new window for Nomad's house. That's awesome. Thanks, Bargamenos. Or Bargamenos. David S. In the late spring, approximately, the ISS will be launching a CubeSat pair called Mr. and Mrs. Sat. Would be a cool thing to stream. It's one of my school's CubeSat projects I'll be working on this semester. That's awesome. Dang, that's really cool. It's really cool when the ISS launches sats from there. It's a really interesting idea. They have this little, it's almost like a toaster, like a toaster oven, how it pops out toast. It's kind of what they have on it's like a CubeSat deployer. It's really simple, really cool for the ISS. It's not quite as cool as one time the Russians made a thing called SuitSat. They took an old spacesuit and they literally just pushed it out of the International Space Station and turned it into a satellite. And it's just this creepy image of this spacesuit floating off into space. And yeah, that's something else. It just makes me laugh. Just makes me laugh. Helmut Bemboka, hi again from the German in Bemboka. Hello, German from Bemboka. Thanks for saying hi. Frederick, thank you. Go, go, go. Corona Kivo. Hello, Corona Kivo. Is Kevin from Cloud Liquor out there with you? He is not. He was out here last week. I think he left, though. I think he had to leave on Monday. I don't think he's back out here. I haven't heard if he is. I was hoping to maybe catch him if we were here at the same time. Unfortunately, I drove around Central Texas for a bit, just to see more things than Boca Chica area. So yeah. A guy that's really high up. There's a guy that's really high up, and he says, "Help! I am very high up." If anyone has a ladder and lives near a guy that's really high up, please help him. He's very high up. Tacker Kiste, I have no idea how to say that. Greetings from Rostock, Germany. Love your videos. Thank you very much. Tiffin Welton, support from Switzerland. Thank you so much. Robert Jones, thanks for the coverage. Any thoughts on spin launch? Spin launch is any of those ideas that are like catapulting, spin launch, even air launch makes a little more sense, but any kind of...
Let's get air launch out of there. I thought you were going to say like Roton or something.
Oh, Rotons. Plane bonkers. Spin launch is like, it's kind of like a catapult or like a trebuchet, like on steroids. You know, all those things, they just add so much complexity. And you have, in order to make it feasible, you have to, you know, you can't just fling something insanely fast. You know, you can't shoot it out of a gun because of G-forces and because of thermal loads. So like, you can't just, I don't know. I mean, there's some concepts that would make sense, but it's always for like, it's going to sustain 100 Gs for like 1 second and, you know, come out of the velocity at like, you know, hypersonic speeds and be thermally unsustainable. So you couldn't have any valuable payloads. You could basically just huck, you know, if there was a demand for hucking fuel into space or something, that might be a valid option. Like spin launch or something, just hucking a giant tank into orbit or something, sure, maybe that. But as far as like actually a valid launch for other things, I don't know if spin launching is a very good idea.
So do you mind if I move that camera to the right a little bit?
Yeah, go ahead. You want to reframe it for me? Thank you. Rad Hack, sorry if I'm totally mispronouncing everything. Rad Hackenth says, great job with the live streaming. Is the wind delaying the launch? I don't think wind is delaying. I think they just kind of got a late start. Again, guys, this is such an experimental vehicle that it's kind of hard to say like anything's delayed. Like there really isn't a T0 on this. It's like we're going to fuel it up and take it off when it's ready. You know, so don't take, things are subject to change. Like huge, 10-time asterisk, subject to change, subject to change, subject to change. So yeah, go ahead, yeah. You guys are going to see a wild spotting of Jack. There he is in frame for just a moment. I think you're good. Right there is good, I think. Yeah. Let me double check. I think you're well out of frame from me.
You have to pay him since he's on camera?
What was that?
You have to pay him now that he's on camera?
Yeah. What was that, Jack?
You should check it at some point, but it's dead center.
Okay, cool. Let me double check. I don't think it's going to be in the way of this one. Yeah, we're fine. Sweet. Yeah, so again, major asterisks on start time because it's just all so subject to change. Ian O'Kelly, hey Tim, please come do a meetup in Ireland. I would love to do a meetup everywhere, but I kind of just have to, you know, if I'm in Ireland for a reason, if you guys find a cool event for me to, you know, come attend or something, hit me up, or if there's like a conference or something, or a speaking gig that I could attend, you know, then it would make sense to do. You know, it's funny, I've done many meetups where someone's like, hey Tim, please come to France, and I'll do a meetup in Paris or something. I did this last year, and then I had a lot of people being like, oh, that's not where I live, sorry. And I'm like, but do you want me to come to your house? Like, you know, France is a big place. So I came to France, and it's kind of the same here. Like, I even did a meetup in Seattle, and I had people like, oh, that's on the other side of Seattle from me. It's like, well, I'm sorry, like, I'm here, I'm trying. So I might make it to Ireland some days, and Ireland's even a pretty big, it might take several hours to get from point A to point B, so hopefully I'm near, you know, most likely I'd be near a major city like Dublin or Cork or something. So hopefully you're mobile. Dave Cowdrey, I know a meteorologist for ISRO. He was, where did that go? He was in the Southern Hemisphere Space Studies program last Christmas at UNISA. I was an IT manager for the program. That's pretty sweet. That's cool. Hudson, thanks. Now I want popcorn. This is brought to you by popcorn. Tim, I'm so excited you make the best live cast. Well, thank you, Ola. I'm so excited too, although the wind is right back up and at it. I really hope that dies down a little bit. It's pretty absurd. Andrew Buck, thank you. Backpackers Kitchen, keep going. Thank you very much. Dennis, thank you. Matthew does MC81, thank you. Jeremy Schmidt, thank you very much. What about it? Hi, Tim, thanks for the stream and all the effort. You're welcome. Mountain Sensei, thank you very much. Vanilla Swirl 87. I left work early to see this. I'm so excited. Oh man, I really hope something happens today. I'm ready to be out of the heat. Not to do this another day would be great. I think SpaceX is really ready for this to happen. It's just been hard for them too, you know. Not two. It's been really hard for them, period. We're just out here for one day, fair weather, crying about it, really, compared to the people out here working on this stuff every day. Ricardo, thank you, from Brazil. Awesome. Thank you very much. Maximilian, thank you very much. And Marius, thank you so much. Mikkel, thank you for the stream, watching from the Netherlands. Sweet. Kel, looks hot out there. Here's something for cold beer, ice cream, or whatever. Thank you very much, Kel. Or K-Gel, I have no idea how to say that. Eduardo, you do great work. Thanks. Keep going. Thank you very much. Marius, Bogdan, my 11-year-old kid, is curious, how much does it weigh in metric units? I think it has 30 metric tons, no more than 30 metric tons of fuel, and we think Starhopper weighs about 100 metric tons. According to the FAA, permit is to not have any more than 30 metric tons. So, yeah. I think about 130 metric tons-ish. Take that with a major grain of sand. Salt or sand. Salt sand. Salty sand. Dennis, hello from St. Petersburg, Russia. Thank you. Ivan, thank you. And Saga Photo Art, great work. Greetings from Germany. Thank you so much. Oh, guys, I made it through. We're an hour and a half away-ish. Hopefully we start to see some signs of fuel up and venting. We believe it takes anywhere from about an hour to 90 minutes to get the fuel pressed and ready for launch. So we'll keep a close eye on it here. Slick Nick, I did the math at 1-to-1 lever. You need 1.35 to accelerate 90 kilogram projectile at orbital speeds within 300 meters. Oh, dang. That's crazy. Flag lawyer. Let's see here. Pedro says, greetings from Canada. I started watching your videos and they inspired me to go into space engineering at university. Thank you for what you do. Thank you, Pedro. That's awesome. Congrats. Miles Miller, checking in from your home state of Iowa. Looks like better weather there than here. What's it like there? I feel like I would take almost anything over 110 degree heat index right now. I mean, even I would take rainy 70 degrees right now back home over 110 degree heat index. The Custom Cat, but hi Iowa, I miss you. The Custom Cat, please do a meetup in Norway. It doesn't matter where, I'll find you, but preferably Bergen. I've been to Bergen, I love Bergen. I've been to Ålesund, or however you say it, Ålesund. I'm probably absolutely ruining it. Beautiful, beautiful place. That sounds wonderful right now. That sounds absolutely amazing right now. Homo Quartinesis, thank you. Oh man. Well guys, what else do you guys want to talk about? Again, I want to remind you guys, I do finally have pre-orders. We sold out of full flow stage combustion cycle shirts again. You guys are crazy. But we do have pre-orders available for the next run of shirts. So if you want to make sure you get them this time, click on the pre-order, everydayastronaut.com/shop. Those full flow shirts do not stay in stock very long. We also have the Norminal hats are in stock. So if you guys want Norminal hats, you can finally now get them. We also have the new rapid unscheduled discounts section of the web store where you can get shirts like 40% off basically. That's everydayastronaut.com/shop.
So you can get there's 4 shirts that we had leftover inventory on. We're trying to clear up inventory, and they're down to $15. So that's pretty much at cost. So if you want some shirts, help me clear up that inventory. Help me pay for some hotel costs. The most fun way to do that is definitely shopping at everydayastronaut.com/shop. Take a look, browse. We got 90 minutes. Nothing too exciting is going to happen now. Click on over there if you guys want your chance for some of that stuff. And the other merchandise, we did get Pointy End Up, Flamey End Down shirts. Trying to keep stock on those, but those are selling out pretty quickly too. That Apollo Hatch t-shirt is limited run. So if you want the Apollo Hatch shirt, you better get that now, because that will not be in stock forever. So fair warning. Yeah, get that now while you can. And also, if you are in the aerospace industry, click on the link on all the apparel items. I give you 25% off just for working in the aerospace industry as my thanks to you for helping and doing what you're doing, for inspiring me, and for all the hard work and helping humanity get into space and hopefully become an interplanetary species someday. But thank you for what you do. As a thanks to you, again, click on the link. You can take 25% off. What it does is it pings your email real quick. So you do need to have an approved aerospace email, like at SpaceX or at NASA or at Blue Origin or something like that. Also military discounts too. 25% off. Click on that. Again, thanks to you guys for your hard work and for encouraging me to do everything. So yeah, and also if you guys want to join our Discord channel, Everyday Astronaut, or patreon.com/Everyday Astronaut. That'll get you into our Discord channel to come say hi and chat anytime. There's always plenty of us in there. So thanks to my Patreon supporters. I did end up getting a second slow-mo camera. So that's, again, and thanks to you, Patreon members. You guys are amazing.
I don't know if it's worth swinging the camera around, but they're putting the motors in the Dragon Tracker right now. To be ready for the 10
Ooh. Yeah, they're putting new...
Already got the new radios up.
They're putting new motors on one of the tracking dishes as we speak. They are busy out here. There is just a flurry of people working.
Pointed at the ship when they're going to fire it.
That's so cool. And they actually, so just so you guys know, they actually have 2 tracking antennas out here that can be used for ground track support for orbital missions. But right now they actually have it's really cool. One of the satellite dishes is pointed straight over, pointed right at Starhopper. And they actually use that for direct communication with the vehicle. Pretty awesome, really pretty awesome. Michael, Vic, trying out the support message. Keep up the good work. Thank you. David Plant, did anyone check if the Pointy End Up and Flamey End is down? This is a hard topic out here because this rocket is really confusing. It has 3 pointy end things that are pointed downwards. Those are the legs, and then it has the flamey end on the bottom, but it also has a flamey end at about a 45-degree angle at the top. This vehicle's pointy end up, flamey end down is very, very, very confusing. So from what I can tell, though, it does appear to be in the correct orientation, but I'm actually going to go ahead and avoid saying that the pointy end up and flamey end is down in this vehicle, just out of mostly so I don't want a pending lawsuit or anything.
Nubby end up?
Yeah, roundy end up, nubby, roundy,
Roundy's probably better.
roundy end up, and triple spikes down. Dave Van Gool, Everyday Astronaut, greetings from Belgium, from Antwerp. Awesome. Belgium's beautiful too. Cardinal Slinky, more shirts, Tim. Love Rapid Unscheduled Discount name, by the way. Yay, good. I'm glad that you enjoy that. Yeah. Looks like I may have lost connection on my phone. Is that true? All right, are you guys still there? I am. Looks like I'm having difficult time here. Looks like I'm having fake data. It's telling me I've got data.
Quite a few people showing up out here, and they're probably all using those few internet circuits that AT&T and Verizon have available. So they might be a little glitchy.
It's true. Hopefully this baby stays going well. I'm still pushing. I'm probably the one sucking up most of the internet. Sorry, everybody. 6 meg.
Just like somebody could launch a low orbit satellite system.
If only. If only we could have Starlink now. Sorry guys, my computer does not have I can't actually read stuff from you guys. My phone is currently dying. But the live stream should still be up. Hopefully you guys are able to see okay and everything. I just have no way of knowing right now. Pretty spooky.
I think you'd have the newest alien wear a computer here.
I might need one out here. It's crazy.
You're not in there.
What was that? Oh, there's lots of treats in there.
Yeah.
Beer and
Yeah.
all the
Let's see if we're still no data on my computer. Sorry guys if you're talking to me. I don't actually have internet on my computer right now. My hotspot there has died. But hopefully it comes back so I can still see messages from you guys. I have no idea right now. So weird. It looks like I've got a good connection.
Turn it off and on again. Just to make sure a lot.
All right.
Let's say I have like full bars of 4G and you get nothing. But if I turn
Yeah.
it off and on again, it's fine.
welcome to Texas.
Yeah. They do need to do something out here. Oh, why don't I tell you guys some stories while I'm restarting since I can't read anything you guys are saying.
They're covering Jeff Bezos when it's 115 where he is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, where is that in Texas? The
Way down by,
it's like in the desert, isn't it?
not even a name, it's so far on the side
Oh
of
man.
Texas. It's where the survivalists live.
Nameless Texas. All right, guys. Sorry. I hope you guys should still be getting a signal. I just don't have a way to check my messages here. Let's see here. Come on, baby. Give me that internet. Internet. Brought to you by nobody. Oh, man.
Oh, pretty good fan.
Still nothing. Not a zip. I might have to try one of these other hotspots.
Yeah. We have a one really strong gecko living in the house too, so I'll be sad.
A what?
Little tiny gecko. This one is so long.
Really?
I'm gonna have to shove it in.
This one's not even working. Sorry, guys. I do not have. Oh, what?
I also saw a very large tarantula lost yesterday. We do worry about those.
Yeah. See if this hotspot starts working. Again, sorry guys if you're watching still. I can't actually see any of your comments, including Discord or anything, because everything, data-wise, seemed to go bye-bye in my life. It's so frustrating. It says I've got 3 bars of LTE, but it's really nothing.
Right, Jack, we went on the beach, found a great angle. First place I've seen where you can see the legs and everything. A little shot.
Sorry, everybody. I think I'm going to mute myself here and just let you guys have chat to yourself, and I'll take a little break, and maybe by the time I come back, I'll have data or something. Who knows? Wish me luck. I'll just keep this going. you won't have audio, but I'll be right back, I promise.
off out there and just stayed with the camera.
All right, guys, I'm back. I got the internet back on my phone. Hopefully you guys didn't have any dropouts. I don't think you guys did because you're on a totally separate network, and that's what makes it so this is reliable, is the fact that I have those other units all bonded together. I'm sorry if I missed a whole bunch here, chat-wise. How are you guys? I missed you guys. All right, there we go. So, yeah, we still haven't seen any signs of loading. We know that they're talking, wow, that wind is kicked up. Holy cow, that's crazy. Let's see, did something change on that? Yeah, they're still targeting about 70 minutes from now. But again, we actually haven't seen any signs of fueling. So we'll just kind of keep our eyes on it here. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to double check stuff here before we get too far. But I'm back. Yeah, we do not have any signs of venting or anything like that yet. So, what we think, it's normally about an hour from beginning signs of venting to launch. So, anywhere from an hour to 90 minutes. Again, friendly reminder, everything out here is so asterisk, subject to change, subject to change, subject to change, like over and over and over. So, okay, let me finish up a few other things here quick. Finally, I have internet again. This feels nice. I forget what that's like. Forget how nice this is. Give me a second here, guys. I'm trying to still figure out some other things. Ooh, so windy. All right, how are you guys? What is happening? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Ola, Anderson, Tim, please continue to do this fantastic live stream. Do you think that if they manage to land, everything worked regarding to the engine's excitements from Sweden? Wait, do you think that they managed to land if everything worked regarding to the engines? Sorry, I don't quite understand the question, but they will absolutely rely on 100%. Uh-oh, I realize that hang on, guys. 1 second here. My live view's about to die. That's not good. How is that happening? It's plugged in. Don't tell me this cable's bad too. I've had the worst problems with cables lately. I had to replace like 3 of them. There we go. I don't know how I caught that. Oh, that's good. That makes me feel so much better. Okay, I'll just have to keep an eye on the other battery. Sorry, I'm talking to myself now. Oh, I'm supposed to say hi to Jack's family. Jack's family, if you're listening. Jack's a good guy. 1 second. I'm trying to fix a few more things here, guys.
Almost just lost my hotel key. That'd be bad. I'd like to go to sleep tonight. No, it's not 3 minutes, 1 hour and 3 minutes. Remember, you can check the description for updates. Okay, almost done here. All right. Yeah. So, Ola, basically, I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand the question, but really, in order to have everything work well, the engine has to work well through every second of operation. Otherwise, it's not going to end very well. This vehicle requires a perfect engine running perfectly. Yeah. Hang on, guys. I'm trying to. Trying to fix like 2 more things here so I don't lose you guys. I would sure hate that. Hopefully this is. So weird. Why is it being so finicky? It acts like it's out of batteries. I hope that's not the case, guys. One sec, guys. Whew. Okay, let's see here. Let me try to get caught up here, guys. Sorry, just trying to double check everything. I'm working on a battery solution here. I'm a little bit nervous that that cable's not going to hold up, and I literally bought spares on spares. I wanted to make sure I was doing things right out here for you guys. But that being said, my solutions might not have been the best. Matthew does MC81. What are my thoughts on KSP2? I am so stoked. I've spent I think like 2,000 hours on Kerbal.
easily one of my favorite like downtime things to do, and I just love it so much. And I hope, as pretty as it looks, my biggest concern and hope is that they redid the actual engine behind it, because my computers never utilize hardly any of my resources. Like the frame rate will go to absolute doo-doo, and only like 10% of my resources will be used on my computer. So if they fix that and make it so it actually has a just better utilization of resources, I'll be so stoked. So that's what I'm stoked on. Otherwise, like Interplanetary sounds amazing. Multiplayer sounds super cool. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. It looks awesome. All right. Oh no, Daniel, you're gonna be. I know that that thing, it means 2 S's. Grüße aus Hannover. I have no idea, Daniel. I don't speak any German. I just have been there enough to know that thing that looks like a B is actually 2 S's. Hi, thank you. Where was that? Martin, can't wait for this, but should this not go to plan, do you have a runaway and take cover plan? Martin, I think it'll be a fight to see if you can get down off the roof fastest, honestly. I might like go for a direct route and just jump down if things don't go to plan, but for now, we're not planning on that. But I think, honestly, there's there's 4 of us up here on the roof, so hopefully we become civil, knowing we have only X amount of time to really get down safely. I'll take the direct route. I'll ninja down it. I'll hold onto the ledge and jump down. That's my plan. Tristan, it's not really. I don't have that option, unfortunately, Tristan. I wouldn't even have that option if I had my normal setup of giving Jack and Nomad mics. It's if I had a better, like a mixer out here, I could probably try to figure something out, but I don't actually have a way of doing that. Speaking of, I better make sure that this battery is not about to die on me.
Good beer mug.
I'm running off, let's see here. Okay, that's got good battery life. My other one might be running a little lower than I'd prefer. We'll keep an eye on it. Okay, Tim, is a 50-pound rabbit still a big rabbit? Yes. I don't even get that question, but I love it. I have no idea what it means and why you're asking me, but I know I need to know these answers. But the answer is yes, a 50-pound rabbit is huge. It's a huge rabbit. Nal Nilsson, my contribution from the aerospace industry at the moment, 69 degrees north of Norway, is watching the live stream on one display and playing Kerbal on the other. You are doing it right, my friend. If I had the computing power out here, I'd be doing that for sure. Thank you so much. Michael Burke, good, thank you. Patrick Leonard, hey, just wanted to say I enjoy, where did that go? I enjoy your work, and thanks for everything. Greetings from Germany. Thank you very much, Patrick. And hello. Sparky, it's a hoax, just watch it. It'll never make it to space. Maybe go to 150 meters and the rest is CGI. Sparky, I really hope that you're joking, because if you're not, just in case there's people there that do have that sentiment, this is a development vehicle. It's only going 150 meters, and then it's coming back down. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait until the bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger ones start flying, so that hopefully people know. For those of you saying 55 minutes, that's a minimum. We haven't seen any action for fueling yet, or heard anything yet on that. So maybe 60 minutes. It might be a little bit longer, but who knows. Will Gessler, space is good. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thomas, spaceflight now says it's been delayed till 5. Yep, we changed the time in the Discord and everything, on the stream and all that stuff. So it has been pushed back on my end here, if you read the description. Let's see. Green video flickering came back. Oh, no. I don't know how to fix that. I do not know how to fix that. Let me see if I can do anything here. I don't really think I have much. Creepy Readings wants to know where we're getting T-minus 1 hour. The only thing we have is Elon's tweet saying 5 p.m. Central, which is 1 hour from right now. Not 54 minutes from right now. but we're not actually seeing any venting from the vehicle yet or anything. So it might not be that soon, but that's where we're getting T-minus 1 hour. Fulmar Music. If reincarnation is real via things, then maybe you'll be a 50-foot high cyborg in your next life. You deserve it, man. Here's $5 in the Greenwich meantime. Thank you. I'm glad that you think I deserve to be a 50-foot tall cyborg. That's about 12 meters for those of you that don't get America units. Thank you. I would love, yeah, wait, that's way more than 12 meters. What is that? 15 meters, basically. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that'd be great. Grigory, good luck to Star Hopper. Hi from Novosibirsk. Wow, it is crazy windy. I'd like hold my laptop down. I'm dead serious. Thank you very much, Grigory. Kevin, just supporting the work you're doing. Do I play Egg Inc? I've never heard of Egg Inc. Huh. Dang. I have not heard of that, but Slick Nick wants to know, ask Simone Yetch for how much crowdfunding she would make for broadcasting Truck Law. I don't know, Slick Nick. I feel like that's not something that I should ask her. Derek SP, next delay, I go to sleep 9 p.m. in Czech Republic. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Thanks for braving the dangers of a rocket test launch to live stream this for us. Also, thanks for the videos that soften the learning curve as I studied to be a pro rocket systems engineer. Yeah, absolutely, Risto. Thanks for saying hi and hanging out. You're awesome. Ian Brown, holy cow. Thank you so much, Ian. Ian, that means a lot. That definitely helps with the expenses and the nature of the beast down here. So thank you so much for your contribution. Everyone say hello and say hi to Ian. Ian Brown is a true hero. Thank you very much, Ian. Again, seriously, thank you. Clyde, we don't need you going down Kerbal style. That's true. I won't. Yeah. Clyde. Oh wait, we already read that. Ben, thank you. You're welcome. Michael Burke video is good. Don't touch it. I won't touch it. Don't worry. Mouse Mac, I need to go to sleep. It's 10 p.m. here. Kids get up at 6. We'll watch tomorrow. Super excited to watch this. Hopefully by tomorrow, Mouse Mac, I will hopefully have whatever footage I get from all 3 cameras combined. I'll post that later on YouTube. Ooh, there's a fly in. Get out of there, guy. That was gross. Fly was in my water. Hopefully there's no more. Thank you. Absolutely. Yeah, I will. I'll post. I have 3 cameras, one running 4K, 120 frames per second, in H.265, so it's pretty compressed. I can't really edit it too much. But what I'll do with that one, I'll keep an auto exposure. I have one that's running in 422 ProRes at a 4K 60 frames per second. I will lock that exposure and edit that one. And then I also have one running 120 frames per second, 1080, just kind of H.264 compression. So hopefully tomorrow I'll have something pretty to post for you guys. Nice, clean slow-mo. Oh, actually, the one in ProRes, I think I'm recording at 75 frames per second, which is interesting. That's 40% slow-mo. Thomas, thanks for streaming by a beer for me from CT from Connecticut. Awesome. Thanks, Thomas. Felipe, how much would a Virgin Galactic flight ticket have to cost for you just to jump into it? What do you mean just to jump? I'm confused by the rest of it. Like, I get how much would it cost to be on a Virgin Galactic flight, but for you to jump into it, I'm a little bit confused by. Are you asking about the cost of the vehicle? Because I think it costs about $250,000 to fly on Virgin Galactic. Yeah, so that's the answer, I guess. It would cost $250,000 to fly. Tanner Rawlings, hello from Moscow. Awesome. Hello, Tanner. O-N in our Discord to know how far do I think Star Hopper will translate. I think it's going to translate about 100 meters, which is how far the launch pad is from the landing pad. How far is the launch pad from the landing pad? Is about 100 meters. The launch pad, that landing pad. Maybe a little more. Okay, probably, yeah, 80 to 100 meters or so. So it'll translate over. It's supposed to land. We think it's going to land over on that landing pad. So there you go. Wolf, audio and video getting glitchy. I don't know what I can do about that, guys. Sorry. I'm afraid to touch anything. I don't know if that's just when my camera gets really hot or what that is. Let's see here. Let me check it again quick. If you guys are seeing video quality dropouts, a lot of it I think is honestly due to overheating. So there's not anything I can do it, by the way, guys. Like when it's this hot, there's just nothing I can do to change the weather. My poor cameras, our cameras are just out here cooking. Everything looks good. Okay, I'm not going to be touching anything unless I get a full dropout. I don't know what I can do about it, so. Flow. Floor. Well, the camera's even in the shade, guys. Like I've got everything doing what I can. The only thing I can think of is that the cable. I don't know what could be happening, to be honest. I'm giving it all she's got. All right. Pranjal says 3 a.m. in India. Please don't get delayed further. No kidding. We're with you. Did it fall down?
No comment.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, fingers crossed that we don't get any more delays too much. Again, we haven't actually seen any signs of fueling beginning yet, so. Let's see here. Super Strange Ways. Appreciate your work. 10 p.m. in the UK, but staying up. Awesome. Thank you. Man on the internet. Don't touch anything. Also, do I have people out there helping out? Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if we can help each other too much because Jack's got his own gear that he's running. I've got my gear that I'm running. And then we have our friend Andy out here that helps set up a nice place for us to view. But really, we're all kind of just one-man teams running a lot of stuff around, slinging it around. Ian Brown, I'm giving it all she's got, Captain. That's all she's got. Rocket Chaser Tim, won't the wind delay the test? I don't have that answer. The vehicle's really, really heavy. Yeah, it's windy down here, but I don't know if it actually is windy enough. Let's see. I don't know if it's windy enough to really affect the vehicle. The vehicle is so heavy. It seems like it would get pushed around a lot, but it's just unbelievably heavy. So I don't know. I don't know what their limits are. Frank, thank you. Scotty, run a bypass. Robert, thank you. Alessandro, do you think Starship will be able to land on the moon sooner than Artemis? In any case, greetings from Rome, Italy, and keep up the good work. Here's the one problem about Starship landing on the moon. NASA is actually studying it with SpaceX, but they have to actually study the effects of a large vehicle like that has, a 200 metric ton thrust output, kicking moon regolith up and having it become bullets flying around in orbit. They actually have to study that, and they're probably going to have to come to some kind of realization. There's a chance that in order for something Starship, I'm totally making this up, but there might be a need for a vehicle Starship size to have a landing pad. They might have to send up a robot up there, create a landing pad or a whole landing infrastructure before a vehicle the size of Starship can actually land on the surface of the moon. That's totally speculation, but it needs to be studied. It's being studied, and yeah, pretty crazy actually. Pretty nuts to have to think about. But I'm excited to see that study when they get it done. All right.
Let's see. Sasha, you missed my. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Sasha. I'm sending you just to say hi. If you missed this one, I think. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Sasha. I'm just kidding. Thanks for saying hi. I don't know how I missed that. I might have missed stuff when I lost connection there. I'm really sorry about that. Oh, here we go. I see the old one. You have a Tesla and I have a Ford with 200,000 miles and I'm sending you money. Thanks for these streams. They're appreciated out here on the prairie. That's awesome. Thanks, Sasha. Thanks for saying hi twice. Sahil, Sheth, wow, thank you. Does YouTube get a cut from donations? Yes, they do. They take, I don't remember what super chat cut is. I think it's 10 or 15% or something. Video recommendation, ISRO lunar lander updates. I'm planning to do a live stream of the lunar lander when it goes for its landing attempt, which I think is at the beginning of September. So yeah, that's definitely a video recommendation, and I'll definitely be doing a live stream. Okay. Herman to tip. Love your work, Tim. Keep up the good work. Add Astra Or isn't it ad Astra per Astra? I don't know. Per Aspera. I don't know Latin. But basically something to the stars. I think that's Kansas' state motto. Well, thank you very much also. Kev01. Get with the Linus Tech Tips and water cool the camera. It's true. I don't know what the deal is. And I've tried 2 different HDMI cables too. So at this point, I feel like it can't be HDMI. It's got to be that camera. I could swap out batteries or actual camera units if I need to. If it's still happening. Let me know, guys. All right. Let's see. James, thanks, man. I bought you lunch. Wish I could be there. Thanks, James. Herman to tip and screw you, flat earthers. Hey, I don't think it's honestly. If you believe in that, I would rather be your friend and help you understand the excitement of what's going on, take you out to places like this, and show you the work being done here, and take you out to a launch so you can experience it with yourself. You know. I have friends with very varying viewpoints. I'm not actually friends with any flat earthers, but in person. But you know, I think the idea, to me, I'm all about not dividing as a species. You know, we're so divisive on so many things. We have such bad tribalism that if someone has a varying opinion on stuff, lately it seems so like you're wrong, I don't like you, and like people just have no room for other opinions. And yes, I will very, very, very vocally explain and help educate someone on why the Earth isn't flat. But I don't think it's. I think all of us, scientifically literate and people that are, care about scientific literacy and things, we need to remember that these are people too, and that they need friends and they need people to help explain to them why. What we know is what we know, and show the data, show the way the data was taken, show how it's repeatable and substantiated, and yeah, I think there's a lot to be said about opposing viewpoints. I realize I could probably move up here soon. Ooh, not a bad idea. There we go. We're getting the camera cooled off here. The computer cooled off. Thank you. All right. Dynus brought, I would have donated 500, but yellow is better than red. Thanks, Dennis. Seneca, thank you very much. Stranger562 Universe, turn my dad dragon to everyday astronaut fan. Thanks, give him a shout out, please. Hi Dad Dragon, or Dragon Dad. Or just Dragon. Hi. Glad you're hanging out. Brandon, there's no pointy end. Which end? What is there for me to do? I am out of a job out here. We're trying to develop new algorithms
constantly. I think roundy end up is the best we can do on this particular vehicle. So I'm sorry if it's not very scientific, but that's about the best we got. And it definitely does, I can confirm, roundy end is up. So thanks, Brandon. Zachary, hi. Hi again. Thanks for saying hi again. Carl, the 30 metric tons of propellant as specified by the FAA docs, would you assume it's methane and LOX or methane? I believe tons of propellant is the mixture of your fuel and your oxidizer. That's kind of the definition of propellant. So it has no more than 30 metric tons of liquid methane and liquid oxygen. Good question. John Doe, Lewis Ford has a, okay. What? I'm not going to read that in its entirety. I almost pulled a Ron Burgundy and read it just without reading it first. So, Lewis Ford, I think you need to talk to your friend John Doe about the things that he says about you on the internet. Casper, wouldn't asteroids that hit the moon cause regolith? Then the moon seems to be free of them. Well, I'm pretty sure they figured out that even the Apollo lunar landings kicked up dust for a long time. And yes, I think the thing with an asteroid hitting the moon, there's a direction of impact and thrust coming off of an engine. I think it kind of helps scatter in a lot of directions, but I don't know. I think that's why it's being studied. I don't actually I don't know the stuff behind that. So there is actually NASA's in this latest rounds of Artemis contracts. They're doing a study with SpaceX to figure out what it's going to be like to have to be landing a large vehicle on the surface of the moon. So, yeah. Alice wants to know how I'm dealing with the heat and the sun. Lots of water, and our friend Andy has a tent up here, so we are covered from sun, luckily. But it is still just unbelievably hot. It is pretty nasty. Rewagon, would sending flat earthers to orbit continue to contribute to space junk? Well, not if they come back down. And I would love for a couple predominant flat earthers to go to space and experience the beauty of space. I mean, that would be absolutely incredible. And as the cost of spaceflight comes down, and as we do suborbital hops, point-to-point transportation, if that becomes a thing with Starship, and if a ticket's $2,000, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of people, whether they believe the Earth is flat or not, that end up taking that transportation service and will have a lot of explaining to do when they get from one side of the Earth to the other very, very, very quickly, and see the blackness of space and witness, Earth from 160 kilometers in altitude, 200 kilometers in altitude. It's hard saying. So, yeah. Ian, this is actually a large water tank that Elon is going to drop on the Amazon fires. That's not a bad idea. That'd be some pretty good publicity. Just send it out over the Amazon, detonate it full of water. Maybe that'd help. Max Mantley, hi Tim, thanks for the coverage. I'll be studying an exchange semester of aeronautics and the astronautics in Seattle for 6 months. Can't wait to get there. That's awesome, Max. Good luck. That sounds really, really cool. That's great. I just realized Discord, for some reason I was like 40 minutes behind on our Discord, so that's probably why I kept seeing things that were just wrong. Let's see here. Good luck again, Max. Norman, how does this money thing work? I think everyone wants to know how money works. I mean, what is it? Where does it go? How does it work? I have no idea. Luca Lenardi, do you have any plans on releasing new music? I may be wrong, but haven't you promised something earlier this year? Well, Luca, I have that 27 Merlins that I wrote a song to the sequence of Falcon Heavy's events. So the whole 10-minute launch 9 minutes between launch and landing of all 3 boosters. I wrote a song, composed music to that, and I released that in February on the 1-year anniversary, but I have not put it up on Spotify and iTunes because I'm still working on getting it remixed and mastered. Every time I sit down to remix it, I end up, being on the road for X amount of time. My ratio is 4-to-1 right now. For every day I'm home, I'm gone 4 days. So I just haven't had time to remix and then get it sent out to be mastered. But then when I do, I will get that up on iTunes and Spotify, just like I have
The Maximum Dynamic Pressure is currently up on iTunes and Spotify. So if you guys use iTunes or Spotify or whatever, be sure and download that, give it a listen, give it a stream. Nice kind of chill study music to enjoy. And I do have other music ready to go. I have like 3 more albums done. I just need to sit down and get them out. So yeah, there's a lot more to come. I just need to make it a priority here soon. Paul Jr., at least when it's hot, there's no bugs. That's true. The bugs are not a thing right now. It's so windy they can't keep up. I am drinking lots of water. Thanks, Paul. And thanks for saying hi. Tomas, thank you. Zoji, how do you propose to live stream Chandrian 2 Lunar Lander? I will take the stream of so I do live streams of like other launches that I'm not attending in person. You can look at my YouTube history. I do that for a lot of launches. And I did like the landing of Insight Lander. I will be getting whatever ISO is publishing, rebroadcast it, do my own commentary, and answer questions over top of it. That's how I will propose to do it. I do not have my own telescope capable of resolving the lander, Chandrayaan 2 lander from anywhere at all, or a satellite doing images of it. So that's how I'll do it. ZGFX, thanks for being out there. You're welcome. Raymond, thanks for the coverage. You're welcome. Charles Scott, thanks, Tim. Really enjoy your channel next time we get to Houston. Hope we can have a group meetup. Try to stay cool in that heat. Thank you very much, Charles. I'm trying. We're all trying out here. It's kind of nuts. Scott Kent, thanks for enduring the heat. I feel like I'm doing okay, and Jack is doing really well considering he was outside literally all day until like in the sun until like 2, weren't you?
12, somewhere around there.
Yeah, Jack spent like the whole morning in the sun. I can't really do that. Jack's made out of more strength than I am.
What do you do when you have a lot of time? Shoot time lapse.
You shot time lapse
Yeah,
today?
I've got like minutes of time lapse ready to go. I
Oh,
was still on a dune over there, and I kept thinking they were going to clear the pad, and more cars would leave, and I'd think, okay, another 20 minutes. Okay, another 20 minutes, and yeah, no cars. There was like 1 truck left, and I finally called it when when the roadblocks were going to start.
that's crazy. Jack was out there until like the pad almost cleared, and that just never kept getting cleared. So he just kept doing time lapse. So definitely, be ready. He'll probably have that up some point today or tonight or tomorrow or something. Of course. I did say hi to your family, by the way, when you were gone. Do you have anyone in particular?
Just hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Ben and Will. Hi, Lauren.
Here, I'm gonna here you go.
Oh, I'm getting the microphone. Thanks, Tim. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Ben and Will. Love you guys both, or all 4. Too much heat. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Rocket Bucket. What's up, guys? I love you, Lauren.
Yeah. The beautiful voice of Jack Bayer, everybody.
Weird mumbly voice. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. I should say hi to my family. Hi, family. Mom, Dad. Dad, I hope you're doing better. I'll come say hi soon. I know he's doing better because they're planning on they're going to be biking like 200 miles this weekend, so I know he's fine. That's my parents for you. Like, Dad was in the ER? How about let's go on a 200-mile bike ride the next day. Scott, thanks for enduring the heat. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks, Colin, and thanks, Kristen. Wolf297 say, hey, I've said hi to Discord plenty of times. I don't say hi to my parents often enough. Spilling the beans. I do love Kevin. That is probably the most epic shot. You know that was like a big shot. Sorry, I'm looking in Discord. There's the gif of Kevin from The Office spilling beans all over the floor. And I saw an interview where he's like really nervous about that because if he messed that up, they would have had to re-carpet like the entire section of the office, and he was like so nervous that he wouldn't get it or the camera person wouldn't get it or whatever. So I think that's hilarious. Hi, Discord. Yeah, Delta X says that Lab Padre is reporting the pad is clear. The pad definitely is clear. We saw the last vehicle clear out a long time ago, like at least a half hour, 45 minutes. We still, again, to confirm, we have not seen any venting of the vehicle yet, so I'm not going to be calling that it's 1 hour out yet or 30 minutes, but we'll see. Let's see, D2W Studios. Me and my buddy just got our new Everyday Astronaut shirts in the mail. Yes, today. That's perfect timing. And we get to watch another Hoff attempt. Life is good. Cheers, man. Well, thanks, D2W Studios. I'm guessing that you got the full flow shirts because we finally, like I said, we did a run of them and they sold out like in 2 days or something. So
thank you to all of you who got your Full Flow Staged Combustion Cycle shirts. Like I said, we're doing a third run. I decided to open up pre-orders on them today so that we kind of have a better idea of how many to do. So hopefully, if you want to assure that you get a Full Flow shirt, they'll ship mid-September. Right now, our biggest delay with those is that we get these custom sew-on patches, and there's like a 3-week leeway time for those patches. So we sew those on a good amount of time. Is that actually is that the sheriff or anything? Or no, they wouldn't come around I don't think they'd be driving a Nissan Versa. Maybe. People are asking if I see a flame. I don't see the flame from the methane stack yet either. And that seems to be normally 60 or 80 minutes or so out. So, yeah, DTW, thank you again. If you guys do order, if you do hop in the shop, everydayastronaut.com/shop, there'll be about a 3-week leeway right now on those new run of Full Flow shirts. They have these custom tags on them, and those take a while to get shipped and all that stuff. So thanks for all those that ordered, and yeah, it's a fun way to get in on the action. So thank you very much. Iggy, why did they reduce the max height to 150 meters? Was it to appease the FAA and make approval process easier? Sorry if I missed this earlier. It's a good thing to talk about again. A lot of this is speculation on my end. 150 meters corresponds to below 500 feet, where the FAA actually has a different bit of authority than they do above 500. So that could be some of it. Some of it could be the potential for blast. If you're flying up to 200 meters, it might require more than 30 tons of fuel. They specifically said in there no more than 30 tons of prop. And maybe in order to make it above, up to 200 meters, from 150 to 200, it might exceed that 30 tons of fuel. And that might be just too dangerous for the people out here in Boca Chica Village and South Padre Island. So that could be part of it too. I'm sure it was a trade-off where they, had to kind of figure out what was the best. So that's the best I know. I don't know anything for sure, but that's kind of what I know. Yeah. Let's see here. Todd, thank you very much, and Jean-Francois, maybe. I don't know if I said that even close to right, but thank you. And then someone that I will not be able to pronounce at all. Lower half of the Starship is for the engines, LOX, and methane. But what's going to be in the upper part? It looks too big for just a payload bay. Nope, it's not too big for just a payload bay. That's how big the payload bay is. It is by far the biggest payload bay that will have flown to space so far. It's by volume. It's just massive. It is absolutely enormous. So yeah, that's just what we're entering a new world where we have the option of having these huge satellites and huge habitations and things like that. Yeah, that's just how big it actually is. It's going to be pretty amazing. Let's see here. The Spectre 91, thanks for all you do. Love your content. Thanks, The Spectre. Michael Burke, thank you very much. Money for tonight. Thank you very much, Michael. Connor, hot day in Houston. How's it feeling in Brownsville? It's very hot as well. It's 85. It has cooled down a little bit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Sorry, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. The heat index is really, really, really high. I think it's well over 100 heat index, even though it's cooled down a little bit. But the humidity's pretty crazy today. Although it's better than yesterday. Yesterday was nasty. Yesterday was like 9. It rained a little bit last night, and that took some of the humidity away. But I really wish it had rained a lot more and taken all the humidity away. That would have been fantastic. Michael Burke, money to blow tonight regardless of the launch. Oh yeah, I read it. Thank you very much. Connor Williams, yep, and Tim Belleville. Hi Tim, thanks for the effort. 32,000 plus live viewers. What's your record? This is a record for me. 33,500 people watching at the moment. That is the most I've ever had. I think before, at one point I had 20,000 for my first Falcon Heavy launch. I think we had about 22,000 for the last Starhopper attempt. I think 33,000 is my new record. So thank you guys all for tuning in and saying hi. You guys are awesome. Rewagon, sorry,
sheep, but someone knows that the Tesla wasn't the first car to go to space. Cars has been in orbit since 1939, but a shame he stopped thinking. I actually have no idea what that means. Oh, Cars, K-R-A, K-A-R-S. That's funny. Yeah. I don't quite know what that means still, but hi. All right. Oh yeah. Hey everyone, all 34,000 of you, if you hit that like button right now, it might help with the YouTube algorithm to get more people tuned in here for this awesome launch event. Let's hope that it goes off today. Again, we're gonna keep eyes on it for, you know, flare stack and things like that. So if you are bored and you have access to the like button, please hit the like button and please subscribe if you haven't already. This isn't what I normally do, really. Let's see. The main thing that I do is research and do these long scripted videos, going down rabbit holes of certain topics. So I've already done two about this. I've done one about exactly what this hopper is. I released that video in, I think, January or early February. And people were so mad at me at the time for saying that this vehicle will never go to space. But I 100% still stand by that. Its maximum altitude is only going to be about 150 meters now. Definitely, by no definition, is that space. So yeah, this like I said back in February, this Starhopper is suborbital only, and not even. It's just a hopper. It's the same thing as Grasshopper, basically. So that's what that video is about. So if you want to learn why this vehicle exists, how, blah, 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 I released that video in February, and I also did a video about the Raptor engine that powers it. Again, it's a full flow stage combustion cycle engine. It's the most powerful, or not most powerful, sorry. It is the first time that a full flow stage combustion cycle engine has ever flown, was the 20-meter hop. And this will be the second time that one's ever flown. There's been two others that have been developed. And then the Soviet Union in the 70s developed the RD-170, or sorry, 270, which was full flow stage combustion cycle. And that ran on hypergolic propellants. Then Aerojet Rocketdyne developed the integrated powerhead demonstrator that was just the power pack full flow stage combustion cycle that ran in hydrolox. This is methane powered, and what that means is they have two turbines that run a fuel pump and an oxidizer pump, and each turbine actually runs either all of the fuel through it or all of the oxidizer through the bit that actually spins it. So every bit of fuel and every bit of oxidizer that hits the engine has actually been through a combustion process once. So it enters the combustion site, the combustion chamber, as a hot and high pressure gas, which is advantageous because really the hotter and the faster moving that gas is and the higher pressure it is, the higher the enthalpy, the more potential energy you can get out of that exact same bit of fuel and methane. And so this engine extracts more power out of methane and oxygen, liquid methane and liquid oxygen, than any other rocket engine ever has before it. So it's a really, really, really impressive engine, and it's really exciting to see fly. So yeah, let's see. The last ETA we had, by the way, guys, for this launch was 5 o'clock, which is about 20 minutes from now. But we still don't have any signs of fueling. There's not a flare going or anything. And I'm okay with...
The flare could be invisible because it's really clear during the daytime. But yeah, I don't see any venting.
We haven't...
Between venting and...
I feel like almost an hour between first signs of venting. There's been previous. Hey, if anyone in Discord wants to pull up the last live stream and let us know about how long between the first signs of venting and the actual attempt, that'd be awesome. But I believe it's about 60 to 80 minutes, and we have not seen any kind of venting. So we're still well within an hour, or well outside of an hour at this point. So just everyone put your patience pants on. Trust me, we're all waiting to see. And yeah, normally, like we said, even in the middle of the day, I feel like we normally can see that flare pretty well. We can see that flare on that last time, but I don't mind it getting a little bit later because the humidity might die down, the clarity might improve, the heat will go down, and it becomes prettier and prettier. I just hope that it happens before sunset. That's my
my biggest hope is that it happens during the day, because that would be definitely, I think we'd all really like to see that. So, all right. Okay, Chronospace. Let's see. Wow, Mode Hopper for the last hop, venting around Raptor started at T-minus 50 minutes, was at nighttime, and venting from the top was at T35. That's good to know. So once we see venting, it was probably about 50 minutes out, maybe with around an hour. Chronospace, greetings from Manchester, UK. Thanks for the great vids. Can't wait to be able to make it over to Kennedy Space Center, Florida, sometime soon to watch a launch in person. Yes, Chronospace. My number one word of advice is book your trip as late as possible. So say you want to see a launch and you have some window of time, depending on your work schedule and things like that. I know you might need to put at least 2 weeks, a month, 2 months in advance. But the later and closer to the launch that you can actually request time off, the better. So, if you are, say you can, ideally say you can book your flight like only 2 weeks in advance, that's going to be great. And book your flight for the start day, like land there the day of the launch, basically. Let's pretend, or unless it's like late at night or something, but you want to get there at the start of the launch, basically, and then have a week later or something on the back end of it, because so many times you might get there and the launch will get delayed 3, 4, or 5 days. And so I know so many people that will like book their trip, they'll get out there 3 days early, and they'll leave 1 extra day for a scrub, and the launch will get scrubbed 3 days. And if they had just rearranged their schedule to have the launch be at the beginning of their vacation or their trip, they would have caught it. So that's my word of advice, is if you're planning to ever fly out for a launch, get down there as late as possible and have as much time as possible. Having a week of time always helps. Hey, is that a drone up there, or is that a bird? It's flying abnormal compared to a bird. It's a black dot. Jack, you might be just on the other side of the thing from you. That might be a bird. That's a bird, not a drone. Okay. Yeah, that's my word of advice. Thanks, Chronospace. Footy Nut Guy, how's it going? Escape Planet Pointy End goes down. If Roundy End goes down, I am going to probably let other people use the ladder. I'm going to probably opt for grabbing onto the edge of the roof and ducking down, because we'll have about 10 seconds, I think, before the wave would hit us, I think, because it goes at the speed of sound.
If she's small, I should be able to push her out of the way pretty easily.
Yeah, every person for themselves up here. Billy in the Bucket. Finally got a job so I can help you out. Thank you, Billy in the Bucket. That's awesome. Congrats on the new job. Hope it's going well. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for helping out. Everyone say hi, Billy. Good luck with your new job. Richard M. Has the Crew Dragon program been scrapped to focus on Starship, or does SpaceX still plan to use the capsule for the Commercial Crew program? Oh, baby. Wow. Commercial Crew has absolutely not been scrapped. If they scrapped it right now, like 6 months, within 6 months of, well, first of all, they have a contract from NASA to send people to the International Space Station on that vehicle. It's certified. It's going through all this major long, this has been a process since, I think, 2013 was the first COTS, or 2011 was the original COTS, but then Commercial Crew Program certification or contracting, I think, began in like 2014 or 15 when SpaceX won the contract. That would be a huge step back for NASA to be able to return crew to the International Space Station if they were relying on Hopper to take people up to the International Space Station. So absolutely, the Commercial Crew Program is still full in swing, still extremely important, and still really exciting. I know it's been a little bit frustrating since it's been delayed a little bit with the Dragon mishap, but yeah, that's still going to be awesome. I mean, we're going to be sending people to the International Space Station on 2 new vehicles coming up very soon from Kennedy Space Center. So, let's see. Oh, nice. Okay.
He said he sent you a Twitter DM.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I haven't been on there. Tell Doss he's more than welcome to send it. If he can credit on screen, like Everyday Astronaut or something, that'd be great. He's more than welcome to rebroadcast on Twitch.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Hi, Doss.
I'm sure he does too.
Awesome. Yeah, so the commercial crew program that'll have a pretty long life. I mean, there's 2 major vehicles being developed for it, and it's going to be really, really exciting to see. So I can't wait. I'll definitely be down there for the first flight tests, the orbital flight test of the Starliner capsule. I'll be down there for the first crewed test of Starliner and of Dragon capsule. It's going to be awesome. That's coming very, very soon. Wolf in our Discord notices that the flame got really big about 11 minutes before, so that's a good sign. So when we start seeing the big flame go, that's about 11 minutes out. Good to know. Thank you. All right, Richard, thank you for the question. Good question. And just my pure speculation, although this program is going at a rapid pace, seeing how hard it has been to really get everything going for commercial crew program and getting people on board, I think we're still 5 years out before anyone's riding Starship. That's just my guess. Yeah, because it's hard to certify and get a vehicle with that much confidence in all the subsystems and safety considerations for people. Crew is one thing, but people's definitely another thing. Let's see here. Let's see. Tech and trains for the 20-meter hop that aborted, the flare only started at T-minus 10 minutes and venting at T-minus 5 minutes. The reason we saw venting so far out last time is because it was recycled attempts, so it had some fuel in it. Good call, Tech and trains. Okay, so the big flare is about T-minus 10 minutes.
There's some venting.
Oh, you saw some venting? We may have seen some venting just now. Oh, there's venting down at the farm, right? On the left?
That's the one connected to the locks and the nitrogen tanks.
Yep. So I don't know if that's actually in my shot. Let me pull it up and see if I have that. But there is some venting happening in.
Could be a sign they're starting fuel.
I'm gonna pan my camera a little bit to the left so you guys can see that, because that's a sign of. There we go. You can see the venting from the farm there on the left. So that's them chilling down the I think that's the Locks farm there. That's a good sign. That's a very good sign.
Let's hope they go for golden hour and we get a really beautiful, no heat distortion, really nice lighting, sunset light.
I would love that.
I'd cry sweet tears.
Jack's saying that he'd be so stoked if this happens during golden hour, which sunset today is 7:53. So if it happens like at 7, I would not be complaining. What time is it now? 5? It might be 5, well, 6, 6:30. That'd be pretty good. That'd be better lighting than right now, and the heat would die off a little bit too. Okay. Again, thanks for checking on that, Texan Trains. Beer Time Continuum's dash cam. That's quite the username. Thank you very much, Dimitri. All we can say is thank you for what you do for us. Well, thank you very much for appreciating. How high is the ISP in Kerbal units? Well, Kerbal units are the same for specific impulse. Kerbal units and Earth units, they use the same measure of specific impulse, and it is seconds of specific impulse. The Raptor engine is about 330 at sea level, about 350 in the vacuum of space. Yeah. Thanks for saying hi, Nathaniel. Oh man, heading to a meeting soon. Hope there is no launch until on my way home from work. Well, I hope you didn't just curse us there, but worst goes to worst, you can always replay it. But I know I'm awfully excited for this. Joe, Go Starhopper, thanks for streaming. You're welcome, Joe. Thanks for saying hi. Yeah, Ghost Rider. Once we get that alarm, I'm gonna set all my cameras on, turn them all on, get them rolling. Yeah, and make sure everything's good to go. James Bryant from the UK says you had your hottest day ever, August bank holiday, 91 degrees Fahrenheit, which 33 degrees Celsius. Can't imagine what 44 Celsius, 111 is like. Hang in there. We're doing better. It feels a little bit better now than it did a couple hours ago. It was pretty nasty, but it's cooling off. The air feels like the wind feels cooler. For a while, the wind was so hot it felt like a hairdryer.
Mary's saying fueling has started. I don't know if it's based on fencing or what, but she's pretty smart.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I think fueling has begun-ish. Sweet.
She just tweeted.
Okay, cool. All right. Sorry, sending out a quick tweet.
That really free bird that just flew by as they spoonbill Roosevelt.
All right. Thanks, Elliot, for saying hi. You're welcome. Secwing Sue, thank you very much. Michael Burke, do you know if the Raptor is going to fire the whole time of the hop? Absolutely, Michael. This will, if the Raptor stops firing for any moment in this hop, it'll be a very, very bad thing. They're not trying to do any kind of weird thing. Like Maston, I think, was one of the first people to actually do that recently. Maston Aerospace has a video of their, I think it's their Morpheus lander, going up, cutting the engine at the apogee, letting it fall for a bit, reigniting the engine mid-air, and that's, I believe that's not even a turbo pump engine. So, I mean, it's...
Maston's amazing. They're out of Mojave.
Yeah, they're in Mojave.
Yeah, I wish they got more love, man. I really, really love Maston.
Yeah, Maston's incredible. But they did that with a pressure-fed engine that can, that thing can ignite within, no time. This will be a continual fire, and it won't go very fast. This will take almost probably a minute for the entire flight. So it'll be riding a plume of its own flame the whole time, just like Grasshopper launches, just like F9R. If you watch any of those, it'll be just like that, or very similar. So, all right. Yes, so if you see Raptor cut at any point in the flight, get ready to hear some expletives and probably a bunch of us screaming and running, because that will be not very good.
Pick a phrase you would like to inscribe in
history.
forever.
Like Matt Travis's, "It's gonna get loud."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I think mine will just be, "Oh God."
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a bunch of uh-ohs, and "Oh God, have mercy."
Shockwave.
Yeah. Oh man.
More of these, I might just sit here and go.
Oh, all right. Let's see. Mr. Gonzan here says, "Glad I finally qualified as a quote," and I will put this in heavy quotes, industry expert quote. I agree. That is heavy quotations there. Wired UK did, for whatever reason, quote me as an industry expert. Thanks for the flattery. I do think I think I have a strong grasp on some of the things, and I might be an expert of the people, but I am not an expert of anything aerospace. It's quite flattering, though. Longer to Muskrat in our Discord wants to know how far away I'm from the pad. 1.5 miles, 2.4 kilometers in distance. Crypto Guide, thanks for giving your whole day to stream this for us. Love your channel. Thanks, Crypto. I wish it was just the whole day. It's really been about 2 weeks of time right now since leaving from home and waiting in Texas to hopefully have this thing go. So the whole day is nothing. The whole day, this is a pleasure. This is a real treat. Waiting around, trying to work out of hotel rooms and coffee shops is a whole nother thing. Although I did go surfing with South Padre Island Surf Company. That was awesome.
Seriously, shout out to South Padre.
Yes.
They're amazing. That was such a fun day.
Jack and I went surfing. Jack and I both surfed. We actually surfed. We can say that we've surfed. We rode, we rode some waves. It was great. So, yeah, that was a ton of fun. Also went out on a catamaran. It was super fun. So yeah, although that was a nice day, it's been so hot, it's really not too fun to be outside. So it's pretty much been a sit inside and learn about aerospikes week or two. So The Secret Agent, Tim, you're a wonderful photographer. Geez, I don't even want to read this. This sounds very gushing. Very wonderful photographer, musician, space fan. Honestly, can't think of any artist who's deserving more of being on the Dear Moon mission. If you were nominated, would you go? Well, here's the thing. I'm kind of maybe a jack of all trades, master of none, though. Like, there's way better musicians, way better photographers, way better space experts out there. Well, I think would be a lot more deserving. I think what Yusaku Maezawa is doing with Dear Moon is like the most beautiful thing. That is the most Willy Wonka thing that has ever happened in actual humanity. When that happens, when he gifts people a ride around the moon, I mean, that is going to be unbelievable. And I think the people who go on that trip will be, you know, world-class everything. So thank you very much for the flattery. But I am not at all one deserving of that trip. That's just plain, that will be nuts. The people that go on that will be incredible.
I had heard it roar a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Can hear it again.
All right. All right, we're hearing stuff. That's always a good thing. But if I were nominated to go on Dear Moon, I would honestly have to think about it a lot, because to be perfectly honest, it kind of scares the crap out of me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna record on that camera, because I got like a whole hour that I can do. I've got 2 hours and 50 minutes on that 512 gig CFast card. Yeah, baby. Secret agent. Yeah, it would take me some serious debating whether or not I could or would do that. It'd be amazing, but it sounds very scary to me at the same time. So thank you for the compliments, David. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. You're awesome, Jeremy. Dang, thank you. Let's see, where did that go? Have you ever read about the ferrofluids that NASA is working with to pump fuel in space? How do you think SpaceX will accomplish fuel transfers? Jeremy, first off, thank you so much. And everyone say hi to Jeremy and say thank you to Jeremy. That's awesome. I don't know. That's going to be something big. Cryogenic fuels, I don't think have ever been transferred in space. I don't know what kind of technical issues that has, you know, how much harder it is when things are cryogenic compared to, say, transferring hypergolic fuels. You know, I don't really know, to be honest. I'm excited to see what the NASA research says. I have not done any reading about ferrofluids myself, and I think that's definitely a facet. Once the research comes out from NASA, because that's something that NASA and SpaceX are doing, we'll probably find out more in the next year or two. As they do research, hopefully we'll know more about how they plan to do those transfers. Ooh, are those people getting kicked out from there, you think? The sheriff's out talking to some people, but not us. Yeah, I'll definitely read up on that, and I'm really excited to see what comes out of that. Frederick Brink, thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you also to person who I can't read your name, but thank you. Tony M, thanks for sharing your knowledge. You're welcome. Thanks for listening to my ramblings. Andrew S says, go Water Tower. Yes, I agree. Go Water Tower. Tiago Panza, keep up the awesome work. Greetings from Portugal. Thank you so much. David Kroll, what is the status of Boeing Starliner? You know, we haven't really heard any updates other than I think they were now targeting, were they targeting September or October for OFT1? It keeps sliding. I mean, it was supposed to happen last year, like last August. I don't really know. They're very quiet. They're kind of like Blue Origin. They don't really offer many updates. And it can be kind of frustrating as we wait to hear things. So I'm not sure what the status is on Starliner, but I hope that they do their test flight soon. That'll be a really fun one to see. Matteo, awesome. Thank you for your work. Matteo from Italy. Well, thanks. Hello, Italy. Ratzab, love your videos, man. Keep up the good work from Bristol. Thank you so much. Arian F. Rousey, thank you so much for saying hi. Pedro, keep up the good work. What innovations were implemented manufacturing-wise on the engines? Well, I mean, as far as innovations go, the innovation that I think SpaceX has been really good about, and it's not really an innovation, it's just a Silicon Valley / like auto manufacturing way of doing things. They by producing many small engines, like many small Raptor engines, compared to say an F1 engine, you definitely have, you know, economies of scale are working to your advantage there. So by making many small engines, it ends up being, you know, you pay off that tooling, you pay off that engineering a lot quicker per engine than you do if you make just a few big ones. they're not as bespoke. You can gain some reliability by doing it that way too. So that's one of the things. 3D printing is definitely a big thing. SpaceX developed their own like metal alloy called SX500 that's capable of, oh God, I don't remember what it is, 8,000 PSI or 800 bar, or wait, 8,000 PSI, I think. 8,000 PSI of really hot oxygen. So, what was that? Oh, those are good ones. So, yeah, there's been some things that have happened, that's for sure. Let's see here. Those are the main innovations that have been implemented during Raptor. But again, a lot of those innovations were carried over from Merlin. Merlin doesn't have SX500. That was developed for Raptor because of the oxygen-rich, the extreme temperatures, extreme high, oxygen-rich and high pressures seen inside the turbine, the oxygen turbine. So, yeah. I may have lost you guys' comments, but I'm going to try catching up. It looks like we're definitely having some cell phone signal dropping. Also, Jonathan from Wired UK sent me a winky face and says, "You're welcome," for the industry expert comment. I'm really not deserving of that, but that's funny. I'm trying to figure out if okay, good. It looks like I gained service again. Service is just really spotty out here. Hopefully I don't drop video. Again, that's why we have 4 cell phone units all bonded together for a single live stream. And so far that's been a pretty reliable thing for me. So I'm hoping that it stays reliable and helps provide this coverage for you guys. People want to see to the right. What do you want to see to the right for? The farm. Why do you want to see on the right? You want to see the flare stack now? How about I zoom out a little bit so you can see both?
It's almost like having a little brother.
Yeah, or backseat driver. Make sure we're good and in focus there. I think we're good to go. There we go. Now you can see the flare stack and the fuel farm. We have lost venting out of the farm on the left, though. I'm gonna do this. Okay, there we go. All right. All right, let's see here. What was that? Venting from vehicle, that's a good sign. Wow, definitely shattering records here. 51,000 people tuned in right now. That's amazing. Thanks everyone for tuning in and saying hi. If you haven't subscribed yet, this is not what I normally do. I produce longer form videos. I do try to cover live launches. This is a special one for me. I had to drive 24 hours down here to see this, hang out in Texas for almost 2 weeks to be able to catch this experimental Starhopper. In case you're just tuning in, I better give you the quick rundown. This is a 9 meter wide, 30 feet wide vehicle made out of stainless steel. It's about 30 meters tall. It's about 65 foot tall. And it runs on liquid methane, liquid oxygen. This is its second flight. It flew about a month ago. It flew 20 meters is all. This is just gonna do little hops. Its purpose is just to get data and to practice using SpaceX's Raptor engine. This is a full flow stage combustion cycle engine, the most advanced rocket engine ever made. It's really not king of any one metric, but it's really well rounded in everything. It's very efficient. It's high thrust to weight ratio. It's high specific impulses efficiency, but it's really a powerful engine. And doing things that no other engine has done. It also, because it runs on methane, can be refueled on Mars. And this is just the very, very, very beginning steps of a new program called Starship. And Starship will someday be over 110, 115 meters tall. It's like 350 foot tall. It's going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to have as much capacity as a Saturn V for low Earth orbit capability while being fully reusable. That's the goal. And this first bit is just the very beginning of those steps. It's just getting practice using the Raptor engine, making the Raptor engine go to work, making sure that all their tests, all of their systems align, that being able to spin up and throttle down, deep throttle this engine, and have control over it for landing and hovering, and just general control authority, getting used to fueling up liquid methane, fueling up liquid oxygen. You know, there's really been no liquid methane rocket ever flown to orbit. So there's a lot of new procedures that need to be put in place. This is all the first beginning, early teething, early footsteps for this program. And, you know, it's low risk, high reward, basically. This is as cheap of a vehicle as they can produce while still getting the results that they need to get done. And from here on out, they're only going to be doing you know, bigger and bigger, more ambitious steps. So this will be the last flight of Starhopper. From here on out, it's going to go up to Starships Mark 1 and Mark 2. There's currently 2 of them being built. One here at Boca Chica, which is outside of Brownsville, Texas. And the other is in Cocoa, which is oddly about 30 miles, like 45 kilometers away from Kennedy Space Center. And it will have to be transferred over land and then a little bit by barge, it sounds like, to fly. And those will be the first suborbital still, but a lot bigger. There we have definitely venting from Starhopper. This is a very good sign. So stoked. You know, but think of Starhopper as just a giant a period, like an empty workbench, like a mad scientist with an empty workbench. And the options are, this might blow up. How little and what's the lowest risk thing we can produce that will still get the results we need from this? And that's what Starhopper is. It's just a low risk development vehicle. And pretty soon, you know, the next step, getting to these 3 Raptor engines on a much bigger vehicle that'll have aerodynamic surfaces, that's a lot riskier vehicle. So, yeah, yeah, so this is just basically the start of a crazy, crazy new time in human spaceflight activity. And this vehicle is, not this Starhopper at all, is in no way capable of going to Mars, but this is the very beginning little baby steps of how we actually get humans off this planet and capable of being refueled and going on to Mars. So, all right, we are seeing venting, which probably means LOX load is looking good, everybody. And I think we're occasionally seeing flames from the methane tap. That's good. All right, Pavel, thank you. I'll go to space someday, but I would love for it to be a routine thing and not something scary, because right now I'm spooked. But thanks for saying hi. Lucas, hello, thank you. Summit, other streamers lost video feed, wonder why. Just because the data out here is just very, very bad. People are asking me to clean the lens. That's not a dirty lens. That's called atmospheric distortion. Heat distortion, we are 1.5 miles away with 110 heat index, humidity at like 60%. You're just seeing the ripples of atmospheric distortion. I can't change the physics on that. That is why we're at an elevated viewpoint though. That is why we also hope that it, you know, now that it's a little bit later in the day, it actually is advantageous for that. So, Miss Siege, thank you. Keep doing a good job. Thank you. Big fan greetings from Poland. Thanks, Poland. And thanks, however you say your name. I'm sorry that I butchered that. Hunter, SpaceX should just hire a person for these tests just to actively update the status of the test every like 10 minutes. Here's the thing though, Hunter. Honestly, as much as we fans love this stuff, this shouldn't really be viewed and be broadcast. This is like internal testing, you know? If it were up to SpaceX and the poor people at SpaceX Communications, hi guys, I'm sorry that we're streaming this, but really, this should kind of be done behind closed doors, you know, and outside of the public eye. Anything else that's ever been like this has been behind closed doors, and it just so happens that there is public land 1.5 miles away from this test site. And it's, I mean, for better or worse, it's good for us fans that want to tune into the action, but it's not really sanctioned by SpaceX. And SpaceX is the most open company about their progress and about their vehicles and about their information. But even to them, they still are not, I don't think they're excited about having so many cameras trained on such an experimental vehicle, because this is highly experimental vehicle that has, it's high risk, high reward. You know, everyone hopes that it goes well. It's engineered as good as it could be, but still, you know, things could go wrong, and that would be hard for the communications department to have to mitigate that. And you know, news, you know how the news cycles would all be like, SpaceX rocket blows up and Elon failed or something. And it just is really a shame, because they don't have the context of what this is. They don't understand how risky this vehicle is, how advanced everything on this thing is, and how this is just the smallest stepping stone into a much bigger future. So, if for those of you wanting more coverage out of it, I think it'll be a long time before there's really a hosted SpaceX live stream or more SpaceX cooperation, as there should be, because I love SpaceX, and I'm out here happy to bring this to everyone as a way of supporting and a way of showing a glimpse into the world of what these engineers work on day and night. But it is highly risky. It's honestly a little bit scary being out here, being this close to a vehicle has this much potential energy, has this much untested technology. It's a little bit spooky, it's a little scary, but we are just excited, and I hope that everyone here has this expectation that this is a test vehicle. This is a demonstration vehicle. We hope it goes well. Our fingers are crossed. We're cheering it on, and you know, Godspeed SpaceX. And this is a really exciting step. So just keep that in mind, everybody. Let's see here. Jeremiah, how long once fueling starts? Typically, it's about 50 minutes. And fueling, I believe, began around 4:50 or so. So my guess is around 5:30 UTC or 5:30 Central, which is, I think, about, what is that 21:30 UTC or 22:30 UTC? I don't remember. That's about 15 minutes from now is probably our approximate T0 time. 15-ish, 15-20 maybe. Yeah. I still haven't really seen the flare going yet, too much. But there have been some flames, and I even got my Discord channel actually showed me pictures of the flames. Stefan says, "Go Tim! Hey, see my stainless welded rolling ball kinetic machines for sale. StefanGendro.com. That's pretty cool. I don't know what that is, but I'll have to look it up." Sorry guys, I'm really trying to keep up. Wow, I cannot keep track. Jeez, sorry, I'm way off. Eric, thank you so much. Shout out to International Dog Day. Your dog's name is Moxie. Hi Moxie. She's an avid watcher of my launch streams. Thanks. Hi Moxie, happy International Dog Day, and all other dogs, hi. Rob Campbell, you can't see the heat distortion at 144p. That's your max quality. Poor Rob, I'm sorry Rob. John Murphy, remember for explosions, mouth open and cover ears. Yes, John Murphy, thank you. It's a little spooky that we have to know that. Lucas Fulling, the camera seems to be focused on a palm tree. It's not. That's just, you know, we're shooting at like F10 right now too. Let's see here. So,
Somebody's talking about camera over there. Might be
Whoa.
watching the wrong camera.
Someone's sitting in the dish right now. What's he doing?
I thought they might be looking at another feed that they were
Oh.
talking about the palm tree.
That's funny. People hanging out in the dish. That's awesome.
Take a photo.
Good idea. Let's see here. You guys are smashing my viewership records. Thank you, all 57,000 of you, for saying hi. If you're new here, hit subscribe. Hit the like button if you're bored. A lot more to come. Not always live streams like this, but lots more content coming. I can't wait to get home and finish my Aerospike video. We're on page 14 or 15. It's turning into another Raptor engine video where it's going to be really big. Side by side, we're going to compare the J2 versus the J2T. versus the J. Actually, it'll be the J2S versus the J2T because they're a little bit more familiar or closely related. We're also going to compare the RS25 to the RS2200, and also we're going to compare it to the Raptor engine because you guys wanted the Raptor engine to be compared to an Aerospike. So I'm going to compare the Aerospikes, a couple of development Aerospikes to the Raptor engine. So say hi, everybody. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see. I will definitely tweet when I hear the sirens. That'll be a 10-minute call out, basically. I will definitely do that. Lucas, I double checked my focus, by the way, and it looks to be good to go. So again, it's not a matter of focus, it's more just a matter of heat distortion. And that far out, that palm, by the way, is like 2/3 of the way out there. That palmy, spiky thing. I know it looks like it's in focus there, but yeah. I'll double check. I'm not above double checking. But I'm telling you, we're as in focus as we can actually get because of the atmospheric distortion. There we go. That's the best I can do. Thanks, physics. Ryan, yeah, I will definitely do that. Rob, hi from Ontario. Thanks for what you do. This may sound crazy, but I had a dream that you have a space museum in the future. Dang, that's a great dream. You know what I want my space museum to be? I want a museum called the Aaron's, like Aaron, Aaron, the name, Aaron's Space Museum, or Aaron's Pace Museum, and I want it to be right across the street from the Aaron Space Museum and the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. So I want it so that people go, yeah, I want to go to the Air and Space Museum, and then people end up going to Aaron Space Museum instead of Aaron Space Museum. That's what I'm hoping. So I do have really good plans for a space museum. And it might also be, if it's Aaron's Pace Museum, it'll be a mixture of different pace salsas and different world record track records for pace. Like, look at this guy, he ran a 3:45 once in the mile or something, you know, that kind of pace. It'll be great. In loving memory of Jim Hopper, Elon Musk. Thanks, Sumit. Brian, what kind of ear blast protection do I have rigged up? Needed, thanks for all I do. We don't have any ear or blast protection out here. At this distance, I don't think it would cause hearing damage, but we will plug our ears if it actually goes wrong out of safety. I actually do have 2 sets of earplugs, though. It might not be a bad idea. But, yeah. There's no blast protection. I think we're outside. That's what part of the blast radius was with the FAA, and part of the debate was making sure people were safe, even at this distance, because there is populated areas here. Yeah, thanks, Brian. Taryn, go skydiving next. They have it on South Padre Island. That would be pretty sick. I would actually probably skydive over Starhopper. This would be this or Kennedy Space Center would be one of the places I would actually consider going. That would be pretty sick. That's awesome. Roadkill on our Discord wants to know if I'm going to be following. Yes, I'm going to actually be tracking with this camera. I have 2 other cameras that will be stationary, so hopefully I don't lose it. I'm going to tighten up a little bit and try and track it. Although that might be another, Tim, don't touch the camera. So maybe I should be tracking with my...
You just gave me a heart attack, dude. I don't know why, but for some reason that tone of voice, I thought like stuff was going over the edge. Or something. Dude, I looked back and I was about to see the apocalypse.
No. We'll see. I was planning on tracking with the camera that we're all looking through, just so it's, yeah. I don't know, just because that one I have easier monitoring over. The other one's kind of far away from me. I could switch it around though, actually. I could track it with that other one. I'm debating now, actually. What do you guys want, tracking it or not? I'm not sure. Honestly, my tracking capabilities might not be that great. The reason why I was going to keep... Oh, man. Let me think about this. Okay, so here is my logic. The reason I'm keeping you guys on auto exposure, since last time auto exposure kind of screwed me over, switching to manual exposure. I'm keeping you guys on auto exposure. And in order to do that, I want that to be on H.265 compression so I can get the 120 frames per second. And it won't matter as much because I won't have as much adjustability out of it anyway. So I was going to track and be a little bit tighter and kind of be focused more on the engine and stuff. And especially with a tighter focal length, you know, at 120 frames per second, if we're tight like that, we'll get a little bit better action of everything. I was planning to do 75 frames per second on ProRes so I can have a little bit more editability out of it. And that was going to be a non-tracking shot and then also another one non-tracking. I don't know. I think I'll probably track it. I'll probably track it. Let's see. Long overdue. I've been a fan for a long time. Am I an Ableton man? No, I run Logic. I'm a Logic Pro guy. I've never actually touched Ableton. It kind of scares me. I used to do Pro Tools back in the day, but I've never done Ableton. Thanks, CD. Josh Ray, do you think a spaceship will be built in space? Absolutely. Someday a spaceship will be built in space. It'd be a really cool thing to see. Although you still have to take the mass up there, and I don't think it'll be built in space unless it's on the moon or something where there's resources. But there would definitely be on fuel or on orbit assembly of a spaceship someday for sure. That'd be super cool. David West, any signs of venting? Yes, we've had venting. Hey, looks like we're not really seeing any more venting now, so let's keep our eyes, especially on that flare stack. That's always a consideration. So let's see here. Okay. Okay. Boston Trips, thanks for streaming, holding out for that you press your album to vinyl at some point. Maybe someday. That just always scares me. I don't know. I don't really want to press vinyl. That just sounds like something that is bound to end up with a bunch of extra inventory. I was in too many bands back in the day where you just end up making a bunch of merchandise and then it just ends up in their basement and you end up giving it to Goodwill. And pressing vinyl just reeks of that and scares me. Maybe someday, if I know there will be a demand for vinyl, I would consider pressing vinyl. All right. Thank you, though, Boson Trip. Columbia SC Real Estate. Love our content. Let's reach for the stars. Absolutely. I'm so stoked. This is a small step, but an important one. David West, any sign of LOX venting? LOX seems to not be venting anymore, but we're kind of just waiting to see what's up next. Once we see the flare stack going and things like that, that'll be a good sign of things to come. Wow, I almost lost my freaking laptop. The wind. Dave, yeah, Nikki, thank you so much. Stephen Dean, congrats to him, 51,000 viewers. You're right, we're actually at 59,000 viewers. That is an absolute record. Hit like, let's see if we can get on the trending page. See if we can break some crazy new records. That's insane. Thanks to everyone for hanging out here, saying hi. Awesome, you're here to witness history. I'm super excited. You guys are amazing. Real quick, 1 second, I'm checking a few things here. And again, if you're new here, hi, welcome. Definitely subscribe. We have a lot of content coming, like too much content. I need to stop leaving for stuff like this so I can get more content produced. It just takes up so much time. But I think these first Star Hopper hops are definitely worth it. They're so fun. And I'm so excited to see this thing. It's going to be gorgeous. I mean, we're getting into where it's going to be really pretty timing. And some of the heat's getting cooled down. I love it. Rubel, thank you very much. Michael Burke, please ask Elon if they've considered a rotating configuration, maybe between two starships or gravity on trips between Earth and Mars and back. Michael, if I have a sit-down interview with Elon Musk, I will definitely ask him about artificial gravity tethering for Starship. I know a lot of people have questions about that. The thing is, I just don't know how necessary it is for a 6-month trip. Don't forget, people have spent a lot longer than that on the ISS. And after 6 months, you'll end up on a planet with 38% gravity. So You'll have time to reacclimate. Your bones and muscular health hopefully will regrow and get back to normal. And then you only have 6 months back home. So I don't know if it's a problem that's even necessary for a 6-month trip to Mars. That's my guess. That's my plan. So, Jink. Ooh, we just had some new Jink Guns. Hello, new to Discord. Remember, if you do want to, if you want to join our Discord channel, guys, go to Patreon, patreon.com/everydayastronaut. We have an awesome Discord channel with so many awesome people that are helping me script and research. We also just talk space. We hang out. It's cool access, special live streams and stuff like that too. So, yeah, go on over to patreon.com/everydayastronaut if you want to join our Discord channel and gain access to exclusive live streams and just hanging out with some good people. Yeah, that'd be amazing. And those people, thank you guys so much for your support, helping me get down here to Boca Chica, hanging out in Texas for almost 2 weeks to be able to see this and bring this action to you guys. So thank you guys for your support and helping me get a second E2 camera, slow motion camera. Hopefully I will not miss it at all this time, get some awesome footage for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys. Hi guys, hi Discord. Yeah, patreon.com/Discord. Also, don't forget, I just announced earlier we're doing a third run now of the full flow stage combustion cycle shirts. I do runs of shirts. If you want to make sure you get your shirt because they sold out in like 2 days last time, we're opening it up to pre-orders today. So go to everydayastronaut.com/shop. Check that shirt out. There's also new pointy end up, flamey end down shirts. We have Normanol hats in stock. We have lots of cool shirts. The Apollo hat shirt's still available. We also have a new rapid unscheduled discount section of the web store where shirts are almost 40% off. So that you can pick up shirts for $15 while they're in stock. We've already sold out of like 2 different shirts. So if you want to get stuff really cheap, everydayastronaut.com/shop. That's a great way if you want to help support what I do. That really means a lot. So thank you guys. By the way, they absolutely have not sounded the alarm yet. I will let you guys know as soon as they have. That'll be about 10 miles. There's no siren. There's no more venting, so we might just be kind of waiting for fuel to finish loading or pressing or whatever they're doing. So, yeah. So thank you guys again, everydayastronaut.com/shop or patreon.com/everydayastronaut if you want to help support what I do and make these trips possible and make awesome videos possible. Thank you guys. Primal Space, it's great to see over 50,000 people tuning in to witness history. Let's hope she hops. Thanks for everything, Tim. And thank you, Primal Space. Primal Space, great YouTube channel. Thanks for saying hi. And thanks for your content, too. David Neubauer, little donation for the little hop. Thank you. John Doe, Elon broke up with his girlfriend because he needed space. I think you missed the word more space. He needed more space. You're absolutely right. He needed more space. Alexander, thanks for the live stream every day. Astronaut, greatly appreciated. You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Ian Brown, thank you so much. You tuned in when there's 53,356 people, and we're now up to almost 61,000. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys. Trevor Kirtland, Tim, do you think SpaceX will unveil a plan to incorporate artificial gravity with Starship? Trevor, I actually kind of just talked about that with Michael's question, so I'm sorry that I'm late on this, but I don't think there's a need for artificial gravity when you're going just out to Mars. If they were to do something like, flights out to Titan or Enceladus or something like that, maybe then artificial gravity tethering starships together will be necessary. But for a 6-month transit, I just don't think it's necessary. We've spent Mark Kelly. Mark Kelly spent almost a year in space. Yeah, he had a little bit of problems, but it's not a huge deal. Scott Kelly, jeez, it's hot. It's hot. It's a hot day. I don't have a brain. So I don't think 6 months transiting and then being able to hang out on a planetary body with 38% gravity is really too big of a concern. But thank you for that question. We'll see. I'll ask Elon about it. Also, hi Lisa Stojanowski in our Discord. Rubel, eat more broccoli. I need to eat more broccoli. That's always true. Your MJK, thank you so much for all your efforts to provide us
with awesome Starhopper footage and explanations. Greetings from Germany. Thank you, your MJK. Sean Cummings, thank you so much. 50,000 watching. Can't wait. Go Starhopper, go SpaceX. Thanks for everything you do. Thank you so much, Sean. Nate, thanks for covering this for all of us fans. You're welcome, Nate. Thanks for saying hi. Blue Kiwi 42nd. Have you seen Gateway Foundation's plan to build a Von Braun station? I did a long time ago. I need to, again, follow up and get more information from them. Is that venting again at the top? We got more venting. All right. Hey, we're getting closer to go time, guys. I need to follow up and get more about their plan because I think it's really cool. I think they're really cool people. I definitely think a Von Braun station would be amazing. For those of you that's like a colony, like a big giant colony that humans can live permanently on in space, like in low Earth orbit or medium Earth orbit and stuff like that, which would be super, super cool. Corona Kivo, you better move your camera up so you can see the whole hop. Don't worry, Corona, we will be tracking it and we'll be a little more zoomed in. Laser adaptive optics exists, so if you try hard, it's true. Sorry, person of VovaCat17. You're right, they do exist, but I don't have that technology. And I think, don't you need like optics that can like shift mirrors in real time and stuff to be able to do that? That'd be amazing. All right, VR Gondo, hope it jump within the hour before you go to bed. Let's see, that was at 5:11. Well, we're still, I don't know what time we're actually tracking. I'm guessing we might be closer to 6 now since we haven't seen or heard anything yet after the initial bit of venting. Stuart, surely it can't launch in strong winds. I think it can launch in a fairly strong wind. It's big gusts out here, but that vehicle's really, really, really heavy. I don't know. I'm sure they've run the numbers, and I'm sure they have a maximum ground wind number that they can't exceed. We'll find out, I guess. Nordy Spawn, I'm so excited to love you from Australia. Thank you so much, Nordy. Dieter McPherson, is a hot dog a taco or a sandwich? Not this again!
Is a cheesecake a pie or a cake?
Oh, is a cheesecake a pie or a cake? Now we're getting spicy. I'm a little nervous to even go down that rabbit hole.
It's got the bready crust of a pie.
It's definitely a pie. Cake. I mean, pie cake.
I can't believe I'm getting you to go on record here.
No, it's a pie cake. It's a cake that's a pie. Cake pie. Fueling that fire. The debate continues. Brian. Joyce, thanks, Tim. Very interesting. I understand the heat waves in a live shot, but why the bouncing? Need a beanbag for your lens? No, unfortunately, it's because the roof we're on is shaking. And also, if any of us move around, I will put it, once we get closer and when I track, and I'm not reading your comments, when we get like that siren, I'm going to move this onto a different roof where there won't be any movement at all, hopefully, or less movement. But for now, because I'm on the shorter HDMI cable too, I'm gonna have to just keep it here. It's a little bit bouncier roof. So sorry, that's what I got for now. The roof moves a lot. Thomas Brightwell, thank you very much. Warren Bailey, hi from Vancouver, Canada. You're welcome. I'm trying. Roman Spinka, cheers from Vienna. Awesome. Hello, Austria. Critical Hit DJ, big fan. Love these streams. Greets from the Netherlands. Thanks for saying hi. Rubles Kogo, I want your babies. Interesting concept. I don't have any babies, so you can't have them. And I know of no other way to obtain babies. So, good luck. I think that's the right answer for that.
Might help take the weight off of this.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We could probably set some of those cables up here at least. It's a pretty heavy cable too. A little less susceptible to wind if we do a little bit of this. Doing some cable management here for a second, guys. See if we can't help out a little bit.
I get credit as a gaffer.
Andy wants credit as a gaffer.
I'm just impressed that Andy knows what a gaffer is.
Oh, come on. Andy knows everything.
That's true. Andy does know everything.
Go outside and play, okay? Says, thanks, Tim from Alaska. We appreciate your coverage. You're welcome. Lunacy Works. Ferrofluid Pump 1963 by NASA Steve Papel. I will definitely read up on that. That's so cool. I love that so many concepts that we're utilizing today have been studied
in the 50s and 60s. I mean, again, the Aerospike engine was like fully developed and fully figured out in the 60s. So it's just so funny that that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm like, they obviously aren't that fantastic or necessary for most launch vehicles, because they were pretty much done and ready to go in the 60s. Jen Newport, thanks, you're welcome. Freeze, when is it starting? We don't really know. I'm guessing closer to 20 to 30 minutes now, since we haven't seen the big flare stat going or anything yet. Rough Demand, thank you for your continued effort to bring us live coverage like this. Will you try to cover the high altitude tests of Starship? I would love to. That might be, several months out, but that would be great. Actually, I would love for it to be 3 or 4 or 5 months out. Give me a little break from all these road trips. But I would love to cover it, absolutely. Jones Jack, is wind going to be a big factor when it comes to the hop of the ground to near Earth turbulences? I'm not sure. I don't have the answers on their ground wind maximum clearance, ability there. So if I had a number for you, I'd let you know the go no go factor for ground wind. But I don't know. It doesn't seem to. I haven't heard. I mean, they're kind of going for it, I think. So. Michael. I heard a honk honk too, but that might have just been a friendly little toot toot from a neighborly semi. Michael, thanks for your follow-up. You're not bad. Helmet Bemboka, focus, great. Saturation just a touch low. Well, it's also, that's what we get, sorry. Tomas, I don't know how to say any of that stuff. I'm sorry, Tomas, but thank you. Juliet, shout out to Scouting Hoograven. Okay, hi, Scouting Hoograven. Thank you very much, Juliet. David Appleton, thanks for all your hard work bringing us these historic tests. You're welcome. Everybody asked me, can you pan up fast if Starhopper goes way up? I won't need to pan up fast. I'll have plenty of ability for panning speed. It's not going to shoot up. It's going to go up really slowly. It should be relatively easy to track. Lee Zerligen, thank you so much. Max Rainey, my dad wants to know what lens I'm using. I'm using a Sigma 120-300 f2.8 art lens on a 2x teleconverter and on a micro four thirds camera body. So it's a 1200 millimeter, up to 1200 millimeter equivalent. We're currently at what would be 400. We're at about 750 equivalent right now. Yeah. Rose Hardester, thank you so much. DJ Pickle 68, stay frosty, Tim. It feels a little better out here. The wind temperature feels to have got a little more pleasant. It's down to 85 degrees. Wow, very pleasant. Greg, thanks for the live stream. Welcome, Greg. Sparky, look closely and you can see the matte painting in the background where the CG. No, guys. Sparky, I'm out here. You can't tell me this is CGI. I'm looking at it with my freaking eyeballs. I've driven out there, I've actually stood very close to this vehicle. So you can't try to tell the people down here this is CGI. Oh, come on out here. You're welcome to come. Carrie Turner, in my opinion, when people say launches are CGI, that'd be like saying the Super Bowl CGI. Like, just because you aren't there doesn't mean it's not real. I've never been to the Super Bowl. I don't think it exists. Prove me wrong.
Where's the evidence?
Yeah. Where's all those thousands of footage? Oh, wait. Everywhere. Never mind. Carrie Turner, it's yours. Touch as much as you want. I hope you're talking about the camera. Thank you very much. Rudger D. Reuter, about not broadcasting the internal stuff. Don't authorize news outlets when it blows. They will restrict it in the future. It's true. If something goes wrong, I don't think I will actually authorize viewing of the video. Maybe, I don't know, because it'll come out no matter what. And I mean, yeah, it would come out even if no one was out here. Even if someone was at South Padre Island shooting, there'd be video of it if something were to happen. So I don't know. I'd rather let people use my footage for free with credit than try to be greedy about it too and getting weird. Like, I don't have time to try to do copyright claims and stuff, you know. Angry Ginger 9GG, and on that front even, guys, don't forget, if you want free, like I give away my music for free, like to use in streams and stuff, or for videos. If you guys are content creators and you're looking for license free music, if you want my music, go to everydayastronaut.com. Get the music, use it in your videos. It will not get a copyright strike. I intentionally don't have it on those systems that will like pick up on it. So unless it's like for official business use or commercial use, then let me know. Then reach out to me on like in an email. But if you're a content creator, feel free to use my music. I just asked for on-screen credit and a link in the description to everydayastronaut.com/music. But otherwise, it's yours as a way to encourage you to make content. I've had help along the years, and yeah, that's kind of my theory is like give stuff out for free for people to get their feet going. Angry Ginger 9GG from Waterloo. Well, hello, fellow Black Hawk County resident. Wow. Hello from Waterloo. That's awesome. Hi. Thanks for saying hi. And thank you so much for the tip. That's awesome. Jones, thank you. Jason, stay cool out there. It's hot. It is very, very hot. Like, it's really, really hot. Anonymous Freak, tracking. I agree. Steph, let's put the camera vertical. Oh, that's my nightmare. Vertical video. Marcus, if you track it, please keep the horizon in the frame too. Well, then it wouldn't be tracking though. I think that's what the other cameras are for. That's why I have 3 cameras running, so I can keep the horizon in the other 2 cameras. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Michael Weiser, I'll buy a vinyl for sure. Really? I didn't know this was going to be... I mean, I collect vinyl, but I didn't know that people would want my vinyl. That's kind of surprising. If you guys really do want it, let me know. I'll figure it out. Nick, can you do a picture-in-picture on the string? Tracking closely would be nice to see the engine performance, but I can't do picture-in-picture. I had to totally scrap my normal live stream setup because it was so hot. My computer basically just absolutely crapped the bed. I'm plugging straight into the live view solo. I don't have any options of A and B cameras or anything like that. I would have loved to, but not an option today. Maybe in the future, if I can upgrade equipment, I'll try to figure out something and have a live switcher and be able to do picture-in-picture or something like that. But yeah. Continuity video. It is venting. Look at the top of the vehicle. Must vent from the other side. It has vented occasionally, but it's not doing its big vent. That big vent we tend to think is about 10 minutes out. The Lox farm is back to venting though, which is good news. Let's see. Jed Freeman in exclamations yells, "Raise the camera. We don't need to see so much of the ground, then no need to track." I will raise the camera eventually, but I have it low so you can see the ground farm right now, the venting from the ground farm. I'll move it here in a second. Yeah, don't worry. I will be tracking. Trust me, you'll want tracking because otherwise in the frame it'll be so teeny tiny. And I would much rather see this thing up close when it's flying. All right. Hervé says, congrats for the record. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the generous donation. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all you guys for tuning in. This is going to be really exciting. Elon's Brain, first time, long time, go SpaceX, nominal. That's awesome. Thanks, Elon's Brain. Ricardo, go to Mars, go from Italy. That's awesome. Thank you. Nicholas, thank you so much. Man on the internet, angle camera up a bit so the whole hop fits, but then we'll be zoomed out a lot and you won't hardly see anything because it's going to fly 5 times its height. That'd be a very small frame. I'd rather track. Flinner, thank you. Ooh.
Those aren't flamingos, they're Rosietta spoonbills.
Rosietta spoonbills. Making it look like you're flamingos, you jerks. Flynn.
That's a stealth flamingo.
Stealth flamingo, I love it. Flynn LR, thank you so much. Target, thanks for sharing every day. Wish my brother Thomas Love could follow the beginning journey of Mars, becoming multiplanetary civilization. He would have loved it. I'm much love to your brother Thomas, man. Yeah, I'm sorry for the loss of your brother, but Thomas, this one goes out to you, my friend. This is going to be a really exciting journey. Brandon, what is my favorite part of doing all of this? Honestly,
this is going to sound really stupid. I like the research the best when I get a research video topics. The research that I was doing for the Raptor video and the research I'm doing for the Aerospike it's a lot of fun. I'm also really starting to enjoy the animations. I used to hate animations in After Effects, but now I'm starting to love all of this stuff too. Let's see here.
Lighting's getting real nice.
Lighting is
We lost some heat distortion.
The lighting is getting nice and pretty. And I'm gonna zoom in here and take a look at this. All right.
About when the distortion dies away usually.
Yeah, we are definitely seeing less heat distortion. I'll pan up well, I'll wait until the flare starts going and then we'll zoom in on that and ignore the farm on the left. Okay, but I would say, yeah, the research, the animations, and also going to launches is also a lot of fun, but they can get really, really exhausting, just mentally draining. This can be really, really hard. Hattie, thank you so much. Null Unit, witnessing history, absolutely, thank you. Aaron Jackson, love the Aaron Space Museum idea. Good. I'll do it for you guys. Stephen Rose, I do love your donation, but I'm actually, to avoid politics, I'm not going to say your comment. But thank you for your donation, and we talk about that a little bit. We get a little smidge political in our Ludicrous Future podcast. That's the thing. If you guys are listening right now, and people ask me all the time, why don't you post more often? Don't forget, every single week I do a podcast with my friends. It's called Our Ludicrous Future. We talk about futurism. We talk about Tesla, we talk about SpaceX and rockets and spaceflight and EVs and solar and wind. We talk a lot of things. It's typically pretty long form, hour and a half, but each week I talk about space. I do space news. So if you guys want more, if you guys are always saying like, wait, Tim, why don't you post more often? A lot of it is because I'm doing longer form videos that require an awful lot of research, an awful lot of shooting, an awful lot of everything. So it just takes me longer, and I just find more value in that. So we're seeing more venting again, guys. All right. Yeah, so thanks, Steven. Guys, everyone, Our Ludicrous Future. Check it out on YouTube or whatever podcast you listen to. That's O-U-R, Our. Ludicrous, L-U-D-I-C-R-I-O-U-S or something. I don't know. Spell ludicrous. Look it up. I don't know how to spell it still. You're not paying me to spell. And then Future, F-U-T-U-R-E. Our Ludicrous Future. Subscribe to us right now. Say hi. I really enjoy hanging out with those guys each week. Gary, thanks for being a member. Florida Man Floats. Hi, Tim. Thanks. Oh, I missed it. God dang it. I hate when it does that. It's so annoying. Hi, Tim. Thanks for doing all you do. Very inspiring. Well, thank you so much, Florida Man Floats. That's awesome. Oh, yeah, I'll get you. I should remind you guys too. I get to pitch my Patreon a lot and my support and Our Ludicrous Future and all these things. Don't forget, there's a lot of other launch photographers that have a lot of personal investment in these missions. Jack Bayer, who's standing right next to me, is one of those. He has a Patreon as well.
You're the best, dude. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
Dude, I know. It's expensive to get out here. Jack drove out here from California. It's no joke.
I've been here a week.
And he's been here a week. It's not cheap. So if you guys are on Patreon and you want to help support more people capturing and capturing history and sharing it with the world, patreon.com/Jack Bayer. Is that what it is, just /Jack Bayer?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I literally just set it up. I have like 4 patrons.
Guys, he's got 4 patrons. Let's get him more than 4 patrons. Let's get him gas money for the way home. So
you're the best.
Jack Bayer, B-E-Y-E-R. Let's find him on Patreon. I'll support him. Trevor Mallman's also out here. You know,
Trevor's out here.
Out here.
Austin Bernard's out here.
Mary
Boca Chica Gal.
You know,
She's been the one really putting in the hours out here.
It's yeah, Mary spends like 12 hours a day photographing out here. You know, Maria's helping put people up here and stuff too. There's just a lot of people that are helping share what's going on out here. And you know, Lab Padre and South Padre Island, SPI. You know, there's so many people that make this stuff possible. And you know, yeah, just so I don't even know where to begin. It's a rabbit hole of people, but
It's nuts. I can't tell, even for me to be able to figure stuff out from Iowa to get down here and make plans, just relies on so many people. And Nomad out here.
SpaceX stream just went live. Sorry to interrupt.
There's a SpaceX stream now?
SpaceX stream just went live.
SpaceX stream went
I
live.
don't know if it went live, but it's being tweeted right now like crazy by people.
Duh!
Well, in that case, bought a house to be out there.
Stuff just got real.
Stuff's real, guys. If SpaceX stream is starting, they will have, unfortunately, they'll have better coverage than me. But I don't think it's going to be hosted. Yeah. So if you wouldn't mind sticking around just to say hi, but maybe pull up 2 on 2 devices. If you guys got 2 devices, that'll be awesome. So thanks for Man Floats. Diego, thank you. Run over there and ignite it yourself. Not a good idea. They're saying T-minus 10 minutes. All right. Wait, are they? Is it actually?
That would be 6 o'clock.
All right, they're targeting 6 o'clock, guys. I'm going to make sure everything's good to go. I'm going to get those other cameras running, guys.
They could go 5 minutes early again.
It's true. I'm going to try to. I'll be in front of your cameras for 1
you're
second.
Good, you're good. I'm fine. Everything's off. Thank
Okay.
you. And dude, I really can't tell you how much I appreciate that.
No problem, Jack.
Set up that Patreon. I like waffled for a long, long time about whether or not to make it go live. It's like, it's weird. It's weird, asking people for money, but you can't make enough money off of prints, and that's really the way to do this kind of thing. That's kind of what's really cool about the internet, is that kind of thing exists now.
It's so cool. I know, it's so true. Because, it's hard to do this stuff. Sorry, Jack's explaining the woes of being a photographer. I mean, out here, it's really hard.
I'm not complaining, though. I do love it.
No, it's definitely a passion. Okay, I'm not sure if this one's gonna get the whole thing or not.
Oh, Flare's going crazy.
There we go. That's probably about 5 minutes out, guys. Ish.
5:53.
There's the siren. That's our 10-minute siren. Siren's going off, everybody. This is exciting. I'm getting so excited now.
I can't believe it.
It feels so surreal.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Okay, that one's recording. I hope. File system is not optimized. Camera can't record. That's not good. Format this one quick. There we go. Okay, that camera's going. Gonna set up my other camera, make sure my audio's running. Yep. Audio's still rolling. Looking good. Sweet. And this last camera. Okay, guys. All right. Everyone now walk very lightly when that camera. Actually, I'm probably just gonna take that camera and move it onto the roof too. Jack, you're stationed. Hey, comment section. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be
I'm going to be not able to read your comments here as I move the camera a little bit.
Whatever you need me to do, let me know.
You're good, dude. Oh, actually, no, I'll just do this. You know what? Actually, Jack, can you grab that that cable that I left there? Thank you.